And welcome back to the MLQ East Super Series. Our first game of our second day of games is between the New York Titans and the Charlotte Aviators. My name is Harry Greenhouse. In the booth today, I am with Jack McGovern, and we're really excited for this set of games, aren't we, Jack?
Harry, it's great to be here. I'm fortunate to be subbing in for the co-commissioner, Ethan Sturm, who will be head reffing today. Or
I think he's just an assistant ref.
Reffing.
But right now he's assistant reffing this game. But we got some good set of games. New York Charlotte played two good games yesterday. New York coming out on top on both of them. I really wanted to talk about New York's defense. They only gave up 55 awful points against the entire weekend. They were really deadly in the defensive game. What do you think that defensive game is allowing them to do these plays?
For sure. I think you're seeing New York play defense in multiple ways. You're seeing them use their physicality on the fast break and in the transition game, especially against this Charlotte team. You're seeing them hold their lines and stay smart against a slower team like Rochester. And you're seeing that defense give them opportunities, one, to stay in low-scoring games and to play the type of offense that they want to play that's methodical and possession-oriented. Their defense is allowing them to keep up that style of play.
It definitely is, and that defense has been deadly. It's allowed them to create a lot of turnovers and make a lot of plays. It's just like they're never out of position, and with players like Taylor Crawford, Mohagog, and a big step up, Lindsey Morell, and a big step up from, I think, Peter Lawrence really allowed them to do that with some solid beater play. Now, Charlotte coming to this game, they actually won their series against Rochester, obviously losing their series against New York, but they're currently 2-2 on the weekend, having a really solid weekend for the first time for this expansion franchise. And I think a lot of it is really due to their leader, Lee Hodge, and his dominant effort on the field.
Yeah, that's exactly right. This has been a really strong effort from the Charlotte Aviators in their first ever series, taking 2 games off Rochester and playing the Titans close twice. Lee Hodge has been one of their key goal scorers. Whenever they've needed a goal at an important moment in the match, they've looked to him on the wing to drive and score.
Most definitely. And now, as we're about to get ready to start this game, I'm going to look at this is my sort of X-Factor matchup of the day. To me, it's Rachel Ayala Silver from New York, the star beater on that team. She is, in my opinion, the best beater we've seen at this series, versus Selena Richard of Charlotte. They're two dominant beaters, and I'm excited for their matchup against each other. It looks like we're about to get ready for the game. We're going to flip the camera over to the other side. We'll see you in a little bit. We're not going to see you a little bit. We're going to go straight to this game. Let's have some fun. See you in a sec. Love you, Harry. All right, let's see how we do it. All right, and we're getting ready for that game. Nick Jablonski is our head ref right now. New York starters are getting on the line, with the same with the Charlotte starters. New York starting looks like at chaser, it's Mike Lee, Peter Lawrence, Lindsey Morella. At keeper, John Jackson. And at beaters, Frank Minson, and one new change from most of the games we saw yesterday in Antoine Giron beating for New York. On the Charlotte side, we have at beater, Tony Bonadillo, and Cody LeBove. At chaser, Aaron Smekrud, Lee Hodge.
Charlotte,
I cannot see who look right there. I think it's Ryan Davis. And at keeper, Trey Presley.
Brooms down.
So we're about to get started.
Ready. Brooms up.
There's the brooms up. Race to the ball. Ball loose on the ground. Lee Hodge going to pick it up. Looks like Charlotte getting quaffle. And what looks like it appears to be bludger control as Cody LeBove is able to get the second bludger behind the hoops.
That'll be big for Charlotte.
Yeah, it definitely will. Having that quick control really to start this game is going to be huge.
Yeah, we've seen all weekend what Charlotte can do with bludger control. Cody LeBove has been dominant when he's playing. Perry Wang, too, will come off the bench. It's just been really strong beating all around from the Aviators.
And most certainly in that first possession, nothing really home. Lee Hodge looking for Aaron Smekrud and Antoine Giron all over that beat, just forcing that quick turnover. That's a New York defense right there.
Indeed, staying composed even when they drop bludger control to start the game.
Yep. All right. New York looking for their first offensive possession of the day. Cody LeBove beats out Frank Minson to start the play. John Jackson bringing Quaffo deep down this right side of the half field. He's going to throw behind the hoops to Mike Lee. There's a beater exchange at the top. Charlotte's going to keep bludger control. Mike Lee driving down the right side. He fakes. He goes one way. He goes the other. Presley all over Mike Lee. Mike Lee's shot over the top of the hoops is no good. Lee Hodge picks up Quaffle. and Lee Hodge immediately slows the game down. New York has bludgeon control.
I like them putting Mike Lee in a dangerous position behind the hoops there. The shot didn't fall.
Yeah, they've been really deadly with those shots behind the hoops from like Mike Lee and Taylor Crawford. Now Lee Hodge with Quaff at the center of the field. He's pressured immediately by Mike Lee, being wrapped up and tackled, pushed over the half line. Lee Hodge is going to drop this ball off to Trey Presley just before Mike Lee runs him out of bounds. That was a really nice play from Mike Lee.
That's a fantastic aggressive play by Mike Lee to force the reset early in the possession.
Yeah, this New York Chase defense going really aggressively right now. Now Quaff in the hands of Ryan Davis. Davis handing off with Trey Presley. Little hit from Lee. Presley passing over the side to Hodge. Dodge beat from Bonadillo. Here comes Lee Hodge passing over the top. John Jackson just joeing all the way up for that ball and picking it off in the middle of the air. That's some big-time height right there.
And New York's height around the hoops has been key all weekend. We saw Rochester just didn't know how to deal with it exactly. The height has really been a game changer for the
you
Titans.
just can't throw those passes over the top right there. John Jackson can get up too much and start talking about height. Immediately coming in, David Fox, one of the taller players on New York. As well coming in, Vinny Iannucci, and there's that star, Rachel Yellow Silver, coming in at beater for New York.
Iannucci's had some good moments this weekend. Key goals late in games especially.
Absolutely. Vinny's been like a little spark plug for this team, something when they needed a little bit of energy.
Yeah, they're going to him a bit earlier today.
I like that call. John Jackson bringing Quaffle down the right side. Frank Minson gets a trade of beats in the middle. Jackson passes Quaffle behind the hoops. David Fox. Fox makes a move, passes over the top, just a reset to John Jackson. There's that possession offense we see from New York. Quaff over to Lindsay Morella. She's pressured. Over to Vinny Iannucci. Iannucci's going to look for a drive. Gets past Hodge. Dodges a beat. Loses the Quaffle. And he is beat, unfortunately. And that is going to be a turnover. Trey Presley on that Quaffle for Charlotte.
I love that play from Lindsay Morella. Seeing the press, but seeing that Charlotte was leaving themselves exposed. And she still had Vinny Iannucci and David Fox behind the hoops.
And there's that spark plug. Vinny got a good look. He got right past Lee Hodge, who's been a really big defensive stalwart for this team. It looked like he had a scoring opportunity. Just barely misses. That beat barely nicked him. So that's a huge play from Iannucci, showing that energy. All right, Lee Hodge now with Quaffle center of the field. Bludgeon control resting with New York. Trey Presley, Quaffle on the right side. Covered by David Fox. Presley pressured by Fox. Fox beat by Bonadillo. Presley just probing, looking for something. Perry Wang in the game at beater for Charlotte. Presley over the top finds Ryan Davis behind the hoops. Davis shot blocked by Morella. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It's New York ball. Oh, we got a whistle.
While we wait for the call, I like the more patient offense from Charlotte there. Drawing John Jackson away from the hoops, making him step to the Quaffle.
It looked like it was out of bounds on New York due to the Morella swat. That's going to allow Lee Hodge to get this ball out of bounds. Hodge just going to pass it way over the top to Presley. Just going to keep possession. Just taking a page out of the New York book right there.
They are, as they wait for Ryan Davis and Lee Hodge to tag up.
Smart play from Charlotte. New York not forcing pressure. Minson's beat is caught by Perry Wang.
What a play by Perry Wang.
Minson just tried to clear him, and Perry Wang just punished him for it. All right, Quaffle in the hands of Presley. Beats in front of Presley. Presley looking to drive. Pressured by Jackson. Presley around Jackson. Presley around the backside of the hoops. Presley potentially ran out of bounds there, looks like, and it's a turnover.
I like the look from the Aviators, though. There's been some good offense in this game, even though we remain scoreless.
Yeah, a little sloppy, though, there on it, but it's a nice look. If they can find a way to score in those behind-the-hoops opportunities, they're going to make something happen. All right, bludgeon control with Charlotte at the moment. John Jackson bringing Quaffle up the right side of the field. Jason Rosenberg in to beat for New York. Jackson on the right side. Beat, but gets the pass off to Morella. Morella behind the hoops, pressured by Presley. A ball over the top to Fox. Fox blocks a beat, spins away from Davis. Davis wrapping up Fox. Fox just trying to stay on his feet. Fox now getting the driving lane. Fox hit by two, but he gets through it. Fox's shot. No, it's a pass over to Morella. Morella pressured by Hodge. Morella over the top to Iannucci. Iannucci tries to swat it down, and it's knocked out of the ground, and Trey Presley jumps on a great defense from Charlotte.
A strong defensive stand, even as New York pulled back to Morella twice to get another look.
Yeah, this New York team's having a hard time scoring. This score is currently 0-0. There is nothing happening in the scoring at the moment. It is crazy to see this defensive battle. New York has to find a way to separate at a certain point.
Jason Rosenberg in for the game for Frank Minson for the Titans.
Logan Hartman with Quaffle center of the field. He's been a big-time factor for the Charlotte team. Hartman faking past Fox. Over to Hildreth. Vinny Iannucci just did go down in that play there. Wondering what happened. He looked like he tripped. Hip. Hope he's okay. Iannucci able to get off the field. Field assisted by his teammates. Taylor Crawford is going to sub in for Vinny Iannucci here. All right, Quaffle still with Charlotte here. Bludger control with Charlotte as well. Cap DiCaprio in at beater with Perry Wang. Hildreth back to the top to Logan Hartman.
And Crawford's going to mark Hildreth tightly here.
I mean, it's smart. You can't let Hildreth get free, a former Team USA player.
Nope.
Logan Hartman with Quaffle center of the field. He's got Bludgers around him, looking just to get a clear path for him. Hartman.
The 1-2 game between Hartman and Hildreth has been fascinating all weekend. Here we see a little bit of a different look with Hartman on the ball and Hildreth off ball.
Now, what's interesting is this Charlotte team's running a lot of off-ball screens for him. All right, Hartman faking on Fox. Fox wraps up Hartman. Hartman stays on his feet. His shot over the top, no good. He's going to go behind the hoops. Joel Howard is trying to hustle to it, but it's John Jackson who's going to win that ball right there. Perry Wang beats out Jason Rosenberg right in front of us, and it's allow Charlotte to again keep control. But here comes Ayala Silver trying to make a play on Wang. Just not letting him pass. And Perry Wang takes a great beat. Perry Wang dodges another beat. It looks like it's just going to be bludgeon control with Charlotte. Rosenberg ended up in a really long run. Perry Wang finally gets the ball, but we're back in that same beater situation. This time Wang is beat. He's going to lose control. New York's going to be able to retain control in this play. John Jackson with Quaffle center of the field, though. There's a screen. Jackson getting an open look. Jackson driving. Jackson right into the middle. His shot over the top of the hoops does not go in. Tackled hard by Hildreth. But Lindsay Morella comes up with Quaffle. She's got it on the left side. She's going to get it back out to the top to Mohagog. John Jackson thought he got the look. Couldn't find his broom as well. It was a beautiful tackle by Hildreth. Hagog now looking to drive. Hagog gets a screen from Crawford on the outside. Hagog shot. It's good. Mo Hagog, first goal of the day, 10-0.
And that's a great example of how you can assist even by setting a screen in Quidditch.
That was beautiful from Taylor Crawford. Getting that screen allowed Hagog get a little bit of free, hit that little drop shot right over the top. 10-0 is the score. New York leads.
That's the first goal of the game.
It's crazy. We're about 7 minutes in, and that's the first goal. More than 7 minutes in. All right, Logan Hartman bringing Quaffle up the center of the field. He's got Chris Hamill beating in front now. Bludgeon control with New York. Weishart trying to put pressure on Hamill. DiCaprio putting pressure on Rosenberg. Hartman looking to drive. Gets Hagog in the air. Spin. Hartman wrapped up by Hagog. Nothing home, but Hartman staying on his feet. Hartman tries to dump it off to Jess Daly as he's brought down. Daly's going to chase this ball down. Tries to flip it over to Hildreth. Hustle play on the ground. Hildreth does win the ball. Hildreth trying to look for it. He's going to dodge a beat, but he's tackled hard by
tackle by Parada.
We're going to get a whistle.
Well, that's an outstanding individual drive by Hildreth, and you can see how 3 New York Chasers have collapsed on him. I would like to see Charlotte get some
out of bounds, turnover.
It's okay, though.
Okay.
All right, it is going to be a turnover, or it looked like beat before. All right, it's going to be New York ball. They're still up 10-0. Bludgeon control is with New York here, so definite offensive advantage for them. Rosenberg and Weishart with bludgers for New York. They're coming up, split down the field. Hagog bringing Quaffle down the left. Rosenberg came off broom. That's bad. Weishart beats out DiCaprio. Crawford looking for a driving lane. He's going to get into the middle. His shot, no good. He missed. Tried to go for that low hoop. Couldn't find it. It was interesting. Crawford went for the shot, and he had a massive driving lane to just keep going.
Crawford's shown that he's willing to take those mid-range shots, but maybe in some situations it's better if he just takes it to the hoop.
You know, his shot is usually good, just couldn't find it home there. Now, first time coming into the game, Selena Richard for Charlotte. Bludger control still with New York. Hildreth with Quaffle in the center of the field, just about to cross the midline. Crawford beat by Richard. Richard goes for a kick beat, doesn't find it. Hildreth passes Quaffle down over to Daly. Daly finds Hartman, a nice little cut. Daly trying to go over the top to Howard. Howard can't field the pass cleanly. Howard's trying to throw a little drop shot, but Yada's all over it as Howard is pushed down. We got a whistle, though.
And I like 2 things Charlotte did on that play. 1, they took Hartman off ball, and they had Hildreth ball handle. And 2, they got their unmarked chaser involved in the play.
Let's see what the call is.
Yellow card, wrapping a player without the ball. 1 minute or until Charlotte scores.
Okay, yellow card on Mohagog, his first of the game.
That's head ref Nick Jablonski on the call.
Sorry, we're laughing because we have Nick in our ears as well. And it's just a very loud call.
He's very loud.
Quincy Hildreth has got that quaff. I respect that for Nick. It's huge. Quincy Hildreth, the quaff right at the top. It's just going to a nice little shot. That's an easy goal. 10-10 in the score. If I said this game was tied at 10 minutes, would you believe that?
No. Not after the games we saw yesterday. But like we said, New York is willing to play slow. They're willing to play methodical and get their shots. And Charlotte is showing that they're willing to do the same thing today.
And the Charlotte's playing good defense, is allowing those opportunities. Yada with Quaffo on the right side of the field. Pass over to Crawford. Crawford can't handle it very well, though. It's going to slow that whole possession down.
This is that very experienced New York Titans chaser line of Parada, Hagag, Morella, Crawford.
Hagag behind the hoops. He gets beat. Finds Crawford. Crawford looks to jump. Crawford this time's not going with the shot. He's going with the drive. He's going to finish it 20-10.
Makes no mistake about that one.
I like that. I like that. Change of pace. Shot didn't work first time. Got them all jumping with the fake, though, and then finished it hard.
Absolutely, and Crawford's going to take the point here.
20-10 to score. And New York really going with this veteran line. This is what they've gone to in pretty much all their close games. When their close game against Rochester, when they weren't finding any offense, they went to this line. Exchange of bludgers at the top as Quincy Hildreth looks to drive down the right side. Hildreth, Quaffle back to the top to Howarwis. Howarwis drives on Morella. Howarwis trying to go through that zone, and Mohagog is just too lanky to get through. Easy turnover, and all over it is New York. We have a call on the play, though.
I like the thought. Daly was open. At the small hoop, the pass was just too close to Hagag.
It's just trying to get that through that length is really hard. Maybe a bounce pass.
Maybe. Bring, many aspects of different sports into Quidditch. Bounce passes.
Failure to complete the knockout procedure, bludger turnover.
Okay. I can't tell you what that means, but I trust him that is the correct call. I don't know the rules well enough to know what that meant, but it is a bludger turnover to Charlotte, so Charlotte with bludger control now.
We're going to need to add a rules analyst to this broadcast next
We're going to have to go to the deep booth. Then when Nick's not repping, we'll put him on the mic and have him tell the rules as well.
Right.
He can explain it to those at home. I cannot. I apologize. All right, Yada's bringing the quaff up the center of the field. Weishart, whizzed up, does not get beat here. They're still good. All right, Yada just slowly walking. Control complete. All three bludgers are deep on Charlotte's side, and Chris Hamill's looking to press. Hamill beats out Yada as Yada throws that quaffo over to Hagag. Control still with Charlotte. Hagag towing that midline. Junior tries to make the beat on Richard, and Richard jumps over it. And then now again, Charlotte has the chance to pressure, but they're just so good at possessing, and Hamill gets beat this time. Crawford over the top to Yada. Yada. Pressured by Howarwis. Nothing home. New York playing very fast in the beater game, able to get bludger control out of that. Charlotte just was not able to get the press well enough. Hildreth wrapping up Yada. Yada brought down, but Hildreth is beat. Yada back to his feet.
And that's the reset, for sure.
That one should be the reset. Crawford with Quaff in the center. Pass over the top to Hagag. Hagag behind the hoops, trying to make a move on Hildreth. Hagag, shot. Good. That was a beautiful jump shot. 30-10.
And New York is finding their shots all of a sudden, and they've opened a 2-goal lead.
Well, this is what they do. They've gone to this veteran line. They've gone to the experience. Yada, Hagag, Crawford, Morella, and relying on that with consistent beaters and Weishart and Junior, and it's working for them.
These players know how to play together.
And that chemistry is huge, and it's allowing them to get offense, playing that patient game effectively. A big set of subs coming in for Charlotte. Diana Howard, Wilson Brockway, Trey Presley, and Lee Hodge into the Quaffle game. Ryan Davis and Tony Bonadillo. Oh, that is not Tony Bonadillo. That is Chris Chambers, his first appearance of the weekend, coming in. Presley.
And Fiona
Side
Weishart
pass
beats out
immediately
Ryan
intercepted
Davis.
by Yada. Yada's got to turn away down the field.
This is a fast break opportunity.
Yada
Titans
past
have
Howard.
to score here.
Yada passed to Presley. Yada fakes. Yada scores.
Love to see Yada shake off Presley there.
And the former D1 track athlete, you're just not beating him in the open field. 40-10 is the score. J.C. Arancibio making his first appearance in this game. He was a superstar yesterday.
He was, especially, well, he wasn't on the roster in the other series, and so he brought it all in this Aviators series.
Yeah, and when he was out there, their offense is a different change of pace. All right, there is a call on this play.
Blue card, swat off pitch. 1 minute or until Charlotte scores.
All right, So Crawford called for the blue card. Now, for those at home who do not know, blue cards are non-stacking penalties. A yellow card is a stacking penalty, which is unfortunate. But it's a blue card non-stacking penalty, so it's no harm, no foul, but it is a 1 minute served in the box.
We can give you that rules information.
I know something.
We can also tell you that Crawford is New York's best point defender right now, and so Charlotte should really take advantage of the opportunity here, something that not many teams were able to do yesterday.
No, there was a lot of penalty kill yesterday. A lot of teams were able to really easily kill these penalties. All right, Lee Hodge with Quaffle on the right side, looking to make an attack run. He's going in hard. Hodge shot. It's good. Got to check with his rest, but that was a nice little shot. Hodge saw a lane while Junior was getting beat. There was no one covering him, and he went in and he scored 40-20.
And that's exactly what we talked about pre-game. When the Charlotte Aviators have needed a goal, they've looked to Lee Hodge on the wings to make those drives, not from the center of the pitch, those diagonal drives, which have caused New York some trouble.
No, absolutely, and Lee Hodge getting those plays is huge. All right, a yellow silver into the game for New York. Taylor Crawford, Quaffle in the center field, finds Aaron Sebio. Aaron Sebio looking to move the ball around. Long pass out to Morella. Morella gets hit hard by Presley immediately. Aaron Sebio just basically threw Lindsay Morella there. Morella's lucky for Morella that she didn't get rocked. All right, Presley with Quaffle, center of the field. Budget control with New York with Junior and Ayala Silver. Junior comes off broom. Chambers is going to be able to get potentially get bludger control here. Presley trying to make a move on Fox. Fox trying to hold down Presley. Presley trying to look for a move. Control turned over from Charlotte. Pass over to Wilson Brockway. Brockway looking for a shot, goes right into Aaron Sebio's hands. Easy shot block.
That's too easy from Charlotte. I want to see them get Brockway more involved in the offense, but you can't be taking a shot on the middle hoop on JCR and Sebia and his keeper.
Especially when he's just sitting on that middle hoop. I mean, I like that Wilson Brockway took his space, but if he could hit that space and maybe Jess Daly hits that cut or Diana hits that, Howard hits that cut, it's going to be open.
Exactly.
All right, JCR and Sebia bringing Quaff up the center field. CJ Jr. making some beats in front. Bludger control with Charlotte right now and Ryan Davis and Chris Chambers.
Junior really has the Charlotte chasing core scrambling right now as he engages with Ryan Davis.
Quaffle behind the hoops to David Fox, passing over the top to Crawford. Crawford lands, Crawford shoots, Crawford scores. Taylor Crawford, just a very smart play, able to get the goal, 50-20 the score.
Yeah, that's great patience from Taylor Crawford, not trying to force it on the alley-oop the first time, but coming down, gathering, and finding his open shot.
And it's just a really nice play with David Fox just finding the ball over the top and making that play. All right, Quaff coming up the center field with Trey Presley. Crawford playing just shutdown defense on Hodge. Doesn't want Hodge to catch this ball. LeBeau putting pressure. Bludger control with New York. LeBeau beats out Crawford. Presley, center of the field. Presley, Quaff will pass over to Hodge. Hodge pass over the top to Brockway. Brockway fakes. Brockway trying to go all the way. Brockway, it hit the post.
Off the crossbar as the goal referees come through.
Oh, you hate to see it.
Tough luck.
I'm unsure what the call is. There was a hoop that went down. There is a little bit of commotion right there. You hate to see it for Wilson Brockway. He good drive, tried to go over the top. Everyone just couldn't finish it down hard enough and ends up hitting the post when he came down.
Again, though, that play was created by Lee Hodge, who received the ball on the wing and then found Brockway on the diagonal.
There is a card on this play, too, as well. Appears to be on JC Aaron Sebia. We're going to see exactly what this card is. JC. We're going to hear what the call is in a second. The hoops are just very close. Apparently, I'm very confused. See what they'll do with Wilson Brockway. Here's the call.
Goal is no good. Yellow card, number 88, neck contact, 1 minute or until Charlotte scores.
All right, neck contact is the call. It's a yellow card. That is a stacking penalty. It's a 1 minute penalty. Wilson Brockway with Quaffle. Brockway looking to drive. Brockway shot blocked by Fox.
Denied.
Now Charlotte does have Quaffle here. Trey Presley trying to make a move on Crawford. Crawford just right all over Presley. Presley can't find it. Brought down hard by Crawford. Lee Hodge with Quaffle, center of the field. LeBeau trying to clear out Ayala Silver. There's some confusion with the Bludgers. They're all on the ground at the moment, but LeBeau is going to pick up. He's still good. He was clear.
What a tackle by Crawford. That's why he's one of the best in the business at point defending.
You can't try to make that one-on-one without trying to get some assistance.
Nope.
It's to get past him. Lee Hodge. Quaffle pass over to Presley. Minson, one bludger in the middle for New York. Ryan Davis clears out Crawford. Minson loses his bludger. There's a no bludger drive here. They go over the top. Shot blocked by Fox again.
And Howard was close there.
Well, there's another whistle. Time is at 16:55. Very specific. Unsure what the call is on this one. David Fox making nice play after nice play at the hoops. It's allowed this New York team to play some really solid defense.
Yeah, he brings just more length and physicality around the hoops and years of experience of knowing what to do.
Shot is no good.
Right, no call on the play, it appears. Just no good on the shot. Quaffle behind the hoops with David Fox. Mike Lee subbing into the game for New York. Ayala Silver subbing out, coming in as Fiona Weishart. And their penalty is killed again. New York killing a penalty. 5-2. JC Arancibia back into the game. Penalty killed. He's back in. Lee over to Fox.
Weishart and Minson back in the game for the Titans beaters.
Arancibia spins past Presley. Arancibia shot over the top. No good. Goes over the hoop. Lee's pressured. But he gets the pass off to Fox. Nope, they're going to say that pass was after. Great play by Ryan Davis, the first turnover. Lee Hodge has got space in front of him. He's got
no forward motion, turnover.
All right, there it is. No forward motion, turnover. Lee Hodge, quick off in front. He's got Fiona Weishart right behind. And Lee Hodge is going to try to make this run. There goes Hodge. Hodge all the way. Hodge all the way and definitely scores. 5-3, 50-30.
Hodge recognized the situation right away.
A whistle for something here.
Looks like a substitution infraction.
Yeah, unsure here. We're going to see what it is. It is a turnover to Charlotte, though, which is...
Charlotte might have had two keepers on the field or no keepers.
Blue card, number 32. Failure to complete the game restart procedure results in a quaffle turnover, 1 minute or until Charlotte scores.
All right, so Fox was the keeper, and when they scored, Fox was trying to sub out of the game at the moment, but did not end up restarting the game with the quaffle, which is what a keeper needs to do before they sub. Restarting the game and then sending it over. David, can you scoot over? Just keep one step that way, so you're not in the camera. So it's an unfortunate. It's just it is an unfortunate mistake. Just a silly error and a very unfortunate. Nick Jablonski is usually quick on those calls, so he likes to make sure the game keeps going. All right, Celine Richard back in the game. Aim for Charlotte with Cody LeBeau, old pair from down in New Orleans for a long time. Quincy Hildreth as well back into the game.
And Hildreth remembers that
Wearing
he needs to take off his hat.
Hate to see it. All right, Hildreth with Quaffle, center of the field. See if New York can kill another penalty. Richard trying to make some beats. Over to Howard. Howard shot, no good. Hartman catches the rebound, though, and Logan Hartman getting the goal. It's 50-40.
Yeah, an open shot missed by Howellis, but cleaned up by Hartman, who was in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, just getting those rebounds is huge, and Howard took a nice little shot, got the rebounds, were really nice. All right. New York looking to create some offense. Jason Rosenberg in the game to beat. J.C. Arancibia, Quaffle center of the field. Rosenberg beats out Howard. There looks like it's going to be an immediate call here. That's probably going to be for a swat, an illegal one specifically. Here comes the call.
Blue card, number 80, illegal swat. 1 minute or until New York scores.
All right, it is a 1 minute blue card for an illegal swat. David Fox with Quaffle, center of the field, over to Arancibia behind the hoops. Arancibia fakes. Arancibia gets past one. He fakes again. Ooh, nice little layup, a little finger roll for Arancibia right there. Just got everyone biting on the fakes. It was beautiful.
Yeah, you love the length. He can keep the quaffle at a height that other players can't reach.
60-40 the score. That was a really interesting beater interaction, too. Old New York, all the beaters were on the far right side of the field. LeBeau had a shot to just clear out all of them, but he missed a beat, and that allows New York to have control.
And LeBeau and Richard, again, are closing in on Rosenberg and Weishart.
All the bludgers on the ground. A shot for Charlotte. Jess Daly behind the hoops, finding Hartman. Hartman, that was a nice little flip. Almost made the play. Howard can't handle the pass. Howard does get beat here. She tries to kick it away to his team. There goes David Fox down the center of the field, trying to spin past Hildreth. Immediately brought down. There's Morella. Morella looking to shoot. Morella, nice just little flip shot over. Doesn't even draw the contact. Just gets it off right before the goal. Score for Lindsay Morella.
What composure and teamwork from both Fox and Morella there to get through Hildreth and Hartman on the fast break.
70-40 the score. New York finding ways to get goals late in this game. Okay, we're at the 20-minute mark. This will be the last possession of the half. There's a trade of beats there, but it's still going to be control with New York, it looks like, at the moment. Ball's turned over. There's a bunch of bludgers on the ground. We'll see what they end up calling with it, but that's going to be a turnover, and it's going to be New York's ball. We're going to go into the second half with a score 70-40.
20 minutes.
And Mike Lee is hyped there after making that tackle on Quincy Hildreth and preventing Charlotte from scoring.
All right, we're back with us in the booth. So the score, again, 70-40. New York has the lead. The set score in this game is going to be 130 for the second half. It's 60 points, and it's above the leading team. The Snitch is going to be worth 35. Our Justin Barnard is our Snitch. Now, as we get into the second half, we've seen a really interesting game. New York not really able to separate from Charlotte. They have found some offense in spurts from a lot of their veterans, but they haven't been able to get that consistent offense that they're hoping for.
That's right. And Charlotte has shown that they can score with other teams in Snitch on pitch. So what they haven't shown is that they can keep defending during Snitch on pitch and make a comeback on the defensive end. So New York, with their offensive struggles earlier in this game, will need to address that so that Charlotte can't catch up.
Yeah, that's going to be huge. Huge is how you handle this second half Snitch on pitch half, especially the defensive end of it. What you do with your beaters and what you push for. Now, if you're Charlotte here, Charlotte's doing really well in these swim situations. They're 3-1 right now. They've got 2 catches from Davis. They got a catch from Presley. If you're Charlotte right now out in this series, do you go hard at Snitch, try to make something happen, and see if you can get this game back to effectively tied if you get that catch before any goals happen?
I would. Their seekers have shown that they can, catch the Snitches at these series, and they're going to need those 35 points, I think, to have a chance at knocking off New York here in the third game of this series.
Yeah, they most definitely will, and so that's going to be really the test, and it's going to be a test to see what both teams do in this seeker matchup. We saw Kellen Cupid get his first catch of the season of his MLQ career here. We are about to flip back to the field. So I'm going to be interested to see if New York can trust Cupid and trust that young seeking core. But what I didn't expect is who I just watched walk over to the box for the first time. It's Yada, the coach of the team. He's going to be their first seeker for New York, while Ryan Davis is going to be seeking for Charlotte. So very interesting seeking choice for New York.
Yeah, this is a look that we haven't seen before. Yada's been around a long time. Maybe he has some experience against this Snitch, whereas Cupid's, more inexperienced or younger player. But I assume they'll go to him at some point in their rotations.
With him, Hagag, even Iannucci. All right, Charlotte's going to look like they're going to start with control potentially. Rosenberg, though, is going to make a very quick play. He makes a great play, Rosenberg. And he isn't going to get control, but I like the hustle play from Rosenberg trying to make something happen. Seekers are released. It's Yada and Davis looking for the run-up. Rosenberg's going to immediately clear out Davis. The Charlotte Beaters stayed completely on defense. JC Arancibia moving on the right side. Deep behind the right hoops. Hamill's going to beat out Yada. Arancibia back up to Crawford. Pressured by Hartman. Hartman immediately tackles Crawford. Crawford threw that ball to no one, so I'm curious if that's going to be a call or not. The first time this series, Carrie Donnelly in to beat for New York. First time we've seen her.
That's right. And Parada got 10-15 seconds alone with the Snitch to feel out the matchup before Charlotte came in and beat him out.
Just couldn't find an opening.
That's right. We'll see if he can keep finding those openings.
Reset to no one. Quaffle turnover.
Reset to no one on that one.
Arwas is trying to take on Morella and Lawrence, but finds Hartman.
Yep, finds Hartman. Hartman does slight little from behind. Hartman's shot, no good. Howard can't at the ball, but can't catch the ball, but he gets it back to Hildreth. Hildreth's looking to drive on Lawrence, gets the harm tackle pass, and Hildreth scores 70-50.
Great recognition from Hildreth there that he could beat Lawrence to the right and a huge burst of speed.
Ryan Davis had a very long alone look there. Mohagog is in to beat for New York. Here comes Kellen Cupid for his first looks today. Donnelly beat out. Now Cupid with the look. Cupid is immediately beat. It's going to give some opportunity to Ryan Davis here.
It's a quick shift from Parada before going to Cupid.
Yeah, interesting. Just trying to get a different look. JC Arancebu with Quaffle on the right side. Pressured immediately by Richard. Quaffle immediately over the top to Morella. Morella. Pass over to Crawford. They're just playing very patient. Howes, look, nice little hit. Pass back to Arancebu. It's a reset. Minson beats out Davis. Arancebu spinning out of that tackle from Howes. Kellen Cupid getting a lot of alone time with that snitch. Arancebu jumping over a beat. Arancebu faking. Hildreth looking for the tackle. Hildreth's not letting Arancebu move. Arancebu passes over to Morella. Morella back to Arancebu. Fakes past Howes, and he scores! JC Arancebu, 80-50, I believe is the score.
That's Arancebu taking on the entire Charlotte defense, looking to Morella for the release valve, but dodging the beat from Sloan Richard.
Absolutely beautiful. All right, Kellen Cupid got his first look. He's going to take a sub. Incoming David Fox in the secret game, as well as Trey Presley for Charlotte. Fox getting his first look. He's going to get plenty of time. Lee Hodge with Quaffle in the center of the field. Lee Hodge passing over to Aaron Smekrud. Smekrud's got an opportunity. Smekrud trying to drive past Arancebu, passing over to Howard. There's a catch, though, from David Fox on this play. Unsure if it's good or not. The call for the secret game does look
no good. Knee was down.
There it is. Nick Jablonski easily ahead of me. Snitch down. No good on that catch. It is a turnover. The Quaffle New York. Morella able to win that ball. Presley gets beat immediately. Fox has more time with the snitch. Mohagog's done a really good shift for New York right now. He's made play after play after play in the beater game, somewhere we don't usually see him.
That's right.
Fox looking for those dives, can't make it happen. JC Arancebu driving, past one, past another. He's going to stop, though. It looks like a catch from Fox.
It seems like Fox and Minson think this one's good.
New York catch is good.
Huge catch there from Fox. Getting it done when it matters. The wily veteran, long, big-time diving seeker. Really good catch. And that's going to make the score 115-50.
Yeah, that's a huge relief for New York. I think they did not want to be playing a close game with Charlotte this morning in New York.
No, and it totally changes the course of this game. It makes everything a lot easier. And JC Arancebu is literally standing right next to the hoop. He could easily score and basically make it a one-goal game. 115-50 score to get to is 130. 2 goals for New York, a whole lot for Charlotte. Mental math, I'll get there. All right, when the whistle starts, I think Arancebu we'll see what Hartman can do. Arancebu, bounce pass from Arancebu.
And there's the bounce pass. I love it.
Oh, it's amazing.
I absolutely love it. Finds Lawrence behind the hoops.
Lawrence in the right spot at the right time, and they're going to get their first goal of the game. Scores 125-50. New York is 1 goal away. Charlotte is a bunch that I can't really think about. It's 8. Thank you for my producer, Harry Clark, for helping me out with that math. Lee Hodge looking to drive down this left side, trying to get a screen to Smekrud. Pressured by Hagog. Smekrud is going to get beat eventually by Minson, and there's an immediate easy turnover, and here comes Peter Lawrence. They're looking to drive down the left side of the field.
Charlotte does
nothing
have a
in
beater
front.
back,
Peter
but they're
Lawrence,
undeterred.
easy, just goes straight line, nothing in Lawrence's way. Peter's cleared out everything, and that's the game. Peter Lawrence finishes up for New York. New York with another win. They're going to win this one 135-50.
What a strong finish from the Titans there.
Yeah, I mean, I like how they went to multiple looks in the secret game. They didn't just go with one. It was Yada, then it was Cupid, then it was David Fox. I love that for this team, especially when Iannucci went out early and was hurt. He's been one of their seekers throughout the day, throughout the 2 days of this game. So I love that from them. But Charlotte fought hard. They were in this game.
They were. They really were. And again, just a fantastic performance all around from Charlotte against the Titans this weekend. They made them uncomfortable at times and just made a really strong debut showing as a trial expansion team.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just a beautiful game. Great job from the Charlotte team. But New York, they're the victors. They came out on top. They played really fast. They played really well. Exciting to see what they're going to do moving forward. They got one more game against Rochester. I believe Charlotte has one more game against Rochester. Our next game of the day is going to be Charlotte Rochester, which is our series of the week. We are going to get an interview with one of the players, one of the teams in just a second. We're going to figure out who it is, but we're going to see you in just a quick sec as we head to that interview. We'll see you in a little bit.
And we're back from East River Park. I'm Jack McGovern. I'm here with Perry Wang, beater for the Charlotte Aviators. So Perry, you just fell to the New York Titans. But the Aviators played strong all weekend long against the Titans. Give me some reflections on what that series felt like for you guys as a trial expansion team.
Sure. So, I mean, for one, I would say, as our first series, I'm still quite proud of how we played, even though we got swept. But I think it's a lot of growing pains in the sense of defensive rotations, offensive spacing, just stuff like that, working together. New York has been, they've been playing together for years and years with the same core, and so it's going to take us a little bit of time to build up that sort of cohesion. But from what I saw out there with the talent and with the heart that my team played, I'm really looking forward to what we come out with next.
Yeah, it's a great goal to shoot for as the Aviators look to join MLQ in future seasons. Next up, you will take on the Rochester Whiteout, your former team, and an area you know quite well as a University of Rochester alum. What do the Aviators need to do you think, to finish off the sweep and take the third game of the series against the Rochester Whiteout?
Sure. So I would say Rochester right now as a team is completely different from the Rochester you would have seen in years past. They got a lot of like young new talent who have been playing amazing this Super Series. But what that also means is that they're inexperienced, and so considering we have a lot of core from Terminus and other MLQ teams and so on and so forth, I think we gotta leverage that experience to really take advantage of their inexperience and make smarter plays all around.
Yeah,
and I think that'll help us out.
Well, best of luck to you. I'll let you get ready for your game. Perry Wang here at East River Park.
All right, thank you.
Signing off.
the MOQ East Super Series. We're getting ready for our next game. It is our series of the week between the Rochester Whiteout and the Charlotte Aviators. My name is Harry Greenhouse. I'm here with Jack McGovern again. We're going to finish off this series. Currently, the series of the week, Charlotte leads 2-0. Rochester needs to find a win in this game if they have any hopes of really making finals right now. What do you think Rochester has to focus on doing? Because they've been close each time. What do they got to do really quickly just to make sure that they can make something happen?
Right. It's been a great series. What I'm looking for from Rochester, they've shown on offense that they can score, and I have confidence in them on that side of the ball. What I'm really looking for them to do is on defense, better guard the wing areas where a player like Lee Hodge has really been able to exploit the space against both Rochester and the Titans. But it's especially important for Rochester. And I'd like to see them get Bassam Ashkar a little bit more involved on the offensive side of the ball, especially in some fast break situations. I want to see Rochester run a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe use it. They have so much youth and so much athleticism on that roster. Just getting them out in transition might be a real huge thing. And I'm going to look for those beaters on this Rochester team, and Emily Hickman, Pat Callanan leading that way, sort of try to cause some beater chaos just to make something happen. If Charlotte wants to win this game, they're going to keep doing what they've been doing, finding Logan Hartman, finding Quincy Hildreth, finding Jess Daly, finding Aaron Smeckrud, make those buckets, and just trusting that beater core. Celine Richard, Ard, Cody LeBeau, Perry Wang making it happen. We had Perry Wang in the box talking about how much this series mattered. So we're going to see what happens here. Looks like both starting lines are getting ready for this game, so let's have some fun with it. We're going to flip that camera around. Let's get ready to have some fun Quidditch. Series of the week. And we flip. All right, here we go. We're getting ready to go live here in a second. Our head ref is I don't know. It's Alex Amadal or Ricky Nelson. It's one of those two people standing at the midfield line. It's Alex Amadal. I knew that the whole time. Thank you, people in the back. Charlotte's got starters. It's pretty much what we've seen a lot of the time. They're same normal starters we've seen. Tony Bonadillo, Cody LeBeau, beater at the Quappa positions. Chaser, Lee Hodge, Aaron Smeckrud, and Ryan Davis at keeper, Trey Presley. Kind of a normal starting line for them.
Yeah, it's interesting that they bring Hildreth and Hartman off the bench.
I like it, just getting different looks.
I do too.
Rochester, different look this time. At beater starting Cody Keeper and Solomon Gominiak, the two veterans on the team. Chaser, Caleb Van Buren, Amanda Michaels, Jack Mosley, and keeper Bassam Ashkar.
I'll be watching Solly Gominiak.
We are.
On this
there
first
is
exchange.
some technical difficulties. We apologize. We're hoping to get those settled right before this game.
Charlotte, hey. Rooms down. Ready? Up.
There's the brooms up. And it looks like Charlotte's going to win the quaffle. And they're going to win the Bludgers. Although Bonadillo does get beat here at the very end of that play. And the quaffle is driving, though, on the left side. That is Lee Hodge. Ashkar couldn't finish tackle. Hodge trying to find Presley, and Amanda Michaels knocked it in, unfortunately. Lee Hodge tried to throw the pass to Presley, and just an own goal. Unfortunate turn of events. Rochester, 10-0 lead for Charlotte.
Well, we've seen it all now in this series of the week. Own goals,
Don't count your blessings.
passes.
There's been some silly things I've seen in Quidditch, so we don't know that yet.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, Rochester breaking quaff up the center field. Some subs coming in. That's Emily Hickman and Pat Callanan coming in at beater. Bassam Ashkar. Quappa moving over to the wing to Kit Powpour. Kit back to Ashkar. Ashkar just probing. Ashkar handoff with Mosley. Mosley now. Mosley moving down the right side. Nothing home. They're trying to find a way to get through LeBeau in this this Bludger defense. Powpour back right wing. Powpour over to Michaels. Back up top to nobody. And it's reset. And they're going to let this one go through. It's just a reset as Ashkar chases it down.
That was a close call. Could have been a pass to no one.
Could have definitely been a pass to no one, but they're going to let it play on this one. Ashkar gets a beat on Hodge. Ashkar making this little dump pass to Powpour. It's over his head. Powpour can't handle it. Hodge then tries to knock Powpour off the ball. We're going to get a call.
This is head ref Alex Amadal on the call. Looks like a yellow card to Hodge.
We'll see what they're going to make this
Charlotte,
call. This
34, yellow card. Contact on a player without a ball.
So we're going to get contact on a player without a ball from Lee Hodge. Kit Powpour is going to get this quaffle here. Hodge's first yellow of the day.
That's rough luck for Hodge. Palpour dropped the ball. It was a quick play.
I was surprised they let that one drew as much of a card. I was hoping they just let it play on that one. But gotta keep it clean. Kip Palpour now looking to drive down the center. Palpour fakes. Palpour trying to find Michaels, but the pass goes high.
It's the right idea from Palpour to draw the bodies, but not able to find Michaels as the wind blows here at East SuperSeries.
We got a lot of wind on that one. Presley now bringing Quaffle up the center of the field. Presley's got Davis on their left. Callanan draws the beat attempt, but he's not going to get beat. Hickmott putting pressure on Presley. Presley finds Smeckrud. They're going to take a reset as Ryan Davis backs across the midline. Hickmott tossing and her bludger back to Hoos, but Bonatilla is going to chase to it. Ryan Davis looking to drive on Michaels and Palpour. Palpour wrapping up Davis. Ball goes loose. Hoos. Charlotte getting a no bludger dive. Davis drives, and his shot goes high. Tries to do a little flip shot over the top. It is no good. And Rochester, good defense. And Michaels subbing out for Solomon Gminiak now.
And it's not a bad shot from Davis in the end. They just missed at the top on the mid-range shot, but you're going to want to see more sophisticated offense from Charlotte there and getting more players involved, like Rochester is doing right now.
Yeah, and if Davis has that lane, I expect them to just take that all the way in the middle. They have that ability to just take it all the way. And here comes Ashgar trying to do that just there, but now it's Gminiak trying to dive. Gminiak passing over the top, bounce to Palpour. Palpour finishes. 10-10 the score.
This is a good start from Rochester.
Well, that was that passing play we talked about, just constant different flares. You had Ashgar look for drive. He got wrapped up, dumps it off to Gminiak. Gminiak drives, draws the rest of the defense, and then they're going to be able to find that pass to Palpour behind the hoops.
Yeah, and what that does is just getting all those hands on the quaffle, gets more players feeling comfortable with the ball, able to make decisions, knowing how to take their space, and just involved in the game so that when it matters, they can execute like they just did.
It just puts everyone in a really strong position to get something happening. Now, we do have a whistle. Unsure what's happening.
Threw the bludger back after beat. We're turning the bludger over.
Okay.
Goal is still good.
Goal is still good. 10-10 still the score. Bludger turnover just being returned to its spot. Rochester's going to end up with control here and the third bludger on their side of the field. Callanan knows this. But LeBeau's going to chase it down. LeBeau gets immediately beat by Callanan, but Callanan also got beat. And unfortunately, Charlotte just takes over bludger control. Callanan, sloppy play.
Yeah, he's got to play smarter there.
Yeah, he didn't need to make that play. He looked like he got caught in no man's land, didn't know what to do. All right, Presley with Quaff on the top of the zone. Just broke. He's got LeBeau and Bonadillo in front of him. Presley. Callanan looking to wrap up Bonadillo. Hickmott eats out Presley. Presley's pass to Hodge is too far away. Hodge now being wrapped up by Mosley. Brought down by Mosley, in fact. And it's a turnover. Kip Palpour jumping on that ball. Great tackle from Jack
And
Mosley.
Charlotte missed Smeckrud open at the far hoop. That's the pass that I would have liked to seen.
Yeah, that's what they're looking for, finding Smeckrud there. All right, some subs coming in. It's Ben Stonish for Rochester, a chaser, and Brady Grow. Oh, and Laura Hassenlob coming in at beater. Tommy O'Connor at keeper as well. O'Connor. Quaff on the left side. Over to Gminiak. Back to O'Connor. Bludger control with Charlotte.
I've loved the poise from O'Connor on the ball this weekend.
Yeah, O'Connor's been really nice for them. A young player making not a nice plays. Brady Grow with a big tackle there on LeBeau as Gminiak looks to drive. Gminiak fake a couple passes over to Stonish. O'Connor scores! Rochester with a nice little three pass again.
What great offense, and that play is created by Solly Gminiak there, recognizing that he has to get the ball out of his hands, drawing the beater away from the play. Just outstanding offense from Rochester.
They have really a nice three-pass offense going. Like, they've been able to find this. We're unsure what the call is. There's a long talk right now, trying to figure out what's going down. Unsure what that call is.
A lot of talking.
I don't know. I can't tell you what it is. Waiting on that call.
Charlotte 15, illegal contact, illegal slide. Yellow card, 1 minute.
Oh, it's going to be an illegal slide on Cody LeBeau. It's a yellow card. It's a 1-minute penalty. Most likely is somewhat of a bludger turnover, I would assume. But the Charlotte bench is not happy about that call. I was unable to see it, but they're not happy about this call.
Nope.
Now, he's not going to serve the penalty. It's going to just be because they scored, he's not going to serve the penalty. The goal negates the serving of time, but it is a yellow card. Those do stack.
And Rochester has their lead.
Rochester does, in fact, have their lead. The question is, though, what does happen with the bludger control at the moment? Because both teams have one with the other one on the ground. And with that, it is going to be a bludger turnover. A little bit of a long stoppage. We're going to jump back into it in just a second.
And the whiteout will have bludger control when they do.
And we're back. All right, Presley with co-op. There's going to be a beater switch. Incoming Cat DiCaprio and Perry Wang for Charlotte. Presley playing it slow. They take the ball, trying to just still waiting to cross that center line. Paupor pressuring very high. I like that from Paupor, especially with no beaters near. Presley. Hasselhoff gets beat by Wang. Wang, though, gets beat. Presley trying to get past Paupor. Paupor looking for a tackle. Presley came off broom. And Paupor's just going to get the turnover. Presley came off broom on that tackle. It was totally fine. Get Paupor, nice little play. Good tackle. Oh, ends up falling. Presley ended up falling off broom. It was unintentional contact to try to force that off broom. So it's a beautiful play there from Paupor. Rochester getting some substance. Mitchell Vargas coming in for Rochester was Josh Anglin. We loved what Mitchell Vargas did yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Vargas has been great. Filling that role on the wing. He's clapping for the shot right now, and he finds the goal.
And look at that, Mitchell Vargas, just when we talked. Kaminiak finding Vargas and immediately scoring, 30-10.
Combination has been money for Rochester.
Hartman tried to immediately fast break. Anglin looked for a tackle straight out of the zone. We're getting an immediate call on that.
Yeah, Rochester doesn't have the height.
Right. Contact below the knee.
Rochester doesn't have the height that the Titans have, but they have the physicality. Although Anglin will be penalized here.
Yeah, it's a yellow card on Josh Anglin. Contact below the knees right there. That's a 1-minute penalty. So Hartman able to draw the foul. See if this changes the momentum of this game. Hartman faking past Vargas. Vargas, nice little defense, able to control it. There's going to be potential. Another goal, they're going to let it go, though.
Such great activity from Vargas at the point. That's really disrupts an offense.
He's just so active when he's in the game. There's just a lot of energy. Hildreth driving, Hildreth shooting. No good. Hildreth makes that little shot over the top. It's going to be a turnover. Rochester ball. Not able to find that goal on the penalty, on the power play.
Gaminiak will sub out right now, too.
And they've been a game changer since they've been in the game.
Oh,
so it's going to be interesting to see what we get from this Rochester team without Kaminiak, who's changed the game. Subs coming in. Bassam Ashkar, keeper. Mano Michaels back at chaser. Beaters are now Josh Tomlin and Madeline Fordham, University of Rochester pair. Ashkar, just really slow, patient, bringing Quaffle up. Ashkar, over to Michaels. Beats in the center. Charlotte with bludger controls. Tomlin got beat out. Wang just controlling the zone. Wang beats out Fordham. Trying to get that bludger. Bassam Ashkar just going to take one run back, take that full reset. It's not a double reset, just one reset here. Tomlin, though, was able to get a bludger back for his team.
This is a University of Rochester matchup here with Bassam Ashkar facing off against Perry Wang.
Yeah, they're the old school Rochester right there.
Yeah, the former national champions.
All right, Ashkar just wants it slow. Over to Van Buren of Virginia Tech. Van Buren over to Vargas. Vargas faking. Vargas getting hit. Vargas releases the ball, but he finds Van Buren, and Van Buren scores.
That's a great assist from Vargas and Van Buren. What a cut.
This Rochester team is finding players open and finding nice plays every single time, and Charlotte is losing them as this Rochester team is playing with a lot of energy. 40-10.
Yeah, this lead is getting to be dangerous for Charlotte. They're going to want to see the ball go through the hoops just psychologically to know that they can, hang with this team that they, put down twice yesterday.
Yeah, they're having a hard time with this one right now. This Rochester team playing with a lot of life. All right, Hildreth gets some beats in front. Hildreth looking to drive. Gets past finds Hartman. Hartman scores. That's that nice little play there. Hildreth to Hartman. That's been them all day.
Yeah, a couple great cuts there. Hauas drawing the chaser defense from Rochester to the far hoop, while Hartman cut to the near hoop and got open there. Love kind of the intricate cuts that are happening as the Charlotte players are recognizing where each other are going at the same time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. All right, Cody, some subs for Rochester. They're keeping it really fresh. This Rochester team, constant subs. They're getting new people in every time. Tomlin trying to beat out DiCaprio, can't do it. Quaffle with O'Connor on the far left side. Now it's Kiefer. Looking for something behind the hoops. Kiefer over the top of Van Buren. That pass goes way, way over the top. Van Buren wasn't able to get it. Way high pass.
The relatively slow pace of this game is allowing Rochester to make all those substitutions too. So if Charlotte wants to make them a little bit more uncomfortable, they would pick up the pace here.
Yeah, that's the hope. But this Charlotte team just played a long game against New York. So the question is, can they pick up the pace?
That's true. And all of that begins usually with a defensive stop, which they have been unable to get at certain times.
Absolutely. All right, Hildreth trying to make a play. Hildreth slips
What a
and falls
dodge.
right back to his feet, sees no bludgers. Hildreth driving, finds Hartman. There it is again.
And that combination has been deadly all weekend. Hildreth to Hartman.
That's the hugest thing. 40-30 the score. Now we get it back. Solomon Kaminiak back in the game, also with Mitch Brown. Down. Quincy to Hartman. Hildreth to Hartman has been the key for this Charlotte team. We're 10 minutes in.
Beater substitutions from the Rochester Whiteout too, as Callanan and Hickman come back in, bringing their experience.
And running with that experience has been key for them. O'Connor, at the top, looking for anything. Heading back to Kaminiak. Pressured by Hamill. Finds Brown. Brown sees a driving lane. Brown going all the way through and scoring. Mitch Brown finding their lane.
Mitch Brown has been electric off the bench for Rochester this weekend.
50-30. I love that Mitch Brown just goes in and drives hard. That's been really big for them. All right, Charlotte looking to make something happen. Celine Richard and Chris Hamill in a beater, trying to get control back from Callanan and Hickbot. Callanan beats out Hamill. Hildreth looking to drive. Hildreth passing over to Howard. Diana Howard scores.
That's a great goal from Diana Howard in the right place at the right time, gathering the low bounce pass and putting it through the hoops.
Yeah, she was in the right spot, and that was exactly what they were looking for, trying to find that pass through this Rochester defense. 60-40. O'Connor with Quaffle. Over to Brown.
This has been a good response from the Charlotte Aviators after falling behind 30 points early in the game.
Absolutely. O'Connor now getting the pass back from Kaminiak. O'Connor's driving. Cutter finds Kiefer. Kiefer shot over the top. No good. That ball is going to go out of bounds. A little too hard from Kiefer. It's going to be a turnover.
And that's a mistake by Cody Kiefer. If you're taking mid-range shots, you don't want to be rifling them off pitch.
Yeah, you got to make sure you're not losing that possession. We know we're having some camera difficulties. We're doing the best we can with it. I'll talk a lot. Quincy Hildreth driving right side. Hildreth over the top to Howard. Howard's getting pressured by multiple Rochester chasers. Ball comes loose as Howard gets tackled. Keeper ends up jumping on it, gets the ball to O'Connor. It's going to be Rochester ball. Great swarming defense from this Rochester team.
That's right.
It was a complete same play, except this time they all swarmed to it.
They did.
Rochester, timeout.
Timeout, Rochester.
I like that timeout call. After a strong defensive play, they're going to get together in a huddle and talk about it and try to carry that defensive intensity and focus in through the second half of this first part of the game.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and I think that's smart. They've had a lead, but they're starting to it's starting to trickle away from them. They're losing things on the defensive end, and a lot of it has been through just losing the one pass. Charlotte is all about quick little drive into one pass every single time, whether it's Logan Hartman making a cut, Diana Howard, Aaron Smeckrud, whoever it is. They're just finding these slight openings, Rochester D, and Rochester's losing them completely. And those cuts, if you're Rochester, can't let them get through because that's been the only offense that Charlotte's finding.
They are. They can be deadly and just demoralizing when effective. you know, it reminds me of old school University of Texas. Just finding those cuts around the hoops. If you have a ball handler who can pick out those open chasers, you know, those goals just keep coming.
No, and they absolutely do. And if you're committing too much on those drives and not able to make those one-on-one stops, those passes are going to get through. The ones that are the worst are the ones that put Hartman, who's covered and just is able to make those plays. So they got to keep looking for situations right now. Rochester needs to keep up that offensive production, keep that passing game going, find their shots to stay in this game. And Charlotte, keep looking for those passes. It's there, and it's there to make it happen. All right, timeout is over. We're going to go back to the field here. What's up? So we know we're having some camera difficulties, so the camera's still on us at the moment, so we will get you back on that field. Don't you worry. But yeah, as we start to head back onto that field, our people coming back onto the field, we got for Charlotte Hartman, Howard, Hildreth, and Howard and the quaffle positions, and appears to be Chris Chambers and Celine Richard at beater. For Rochester, subs coming in right now as well.
It's a quadruple H chaser line from Charlotte.
My God. All right, Rochester looking to make something happen. A whole new set of subs in. It's Mitch Brown, Jack Mosley, Josh Anglem at keeper, and Amanda Michaels in the quaffle game. Laura Hasselhoff, Brady Grow at beater. Mosley moving over to Michaels. Michaels pressured by Howard. Quaffle back over to Mosley. Mosley hit by Howard. Mosley with Quaffle. Mosley beat by Richard. Howard is going to pick up. Howard has an open look down the field, trying to get past Brown. Brown hits him hard and brings down Howard real hard on his head. Hartman, though, picks up. Hartman looking to move around the edge. Gets past Anglem. Draws the hit. The shot. No good. Hartman thought it was in, though. Now Anglem's looking to run. There's no bludgers on the other side. Anglem past Howard. Anglem all the way. Anglem finishes.
And all of a sudden, we have some back and forth scintillating stuff here.
Ooh, I like that adjective. The score was it 60-40, 70-40? $40 is the score. 60-40. Sorry about that. Almost, forgot how to breathe for a second, but 60-40 the score. Charlotte looking to make some subs. Like the fast-paced change in this game. Presley coming back in for Charlotte. First time we've seen Presley and Hartman on the field at the same time.
That's right.
Ryan Davis coming in to beat. Chambers throw from distance. Hits Hasselhoff, but Davis gets beat out. Presley pressured by Mosley. Presley trying to find Howard. Ball knocked away by Michaels, and it's Rochester ball.
And that's not a pass you want to make the diagonal into traffic from Presley there. They could have found a better pass.
They most certainly could have. All right, now Anglem. Hand off to Michaels. New beaters in for Rochester. Tomlin and Fordham. Michaels switching again with Anglem.
Michaels directing the offense here.
I like that from Michaels. Michaels deep wing to Mosley behind the hoops. Mosley pressured by Howard. Immediately past her. Mosley over the top. No one home, but Kip Outpour easily able to recover. Nice little possession pass. Outpour pressured by Howard. We have a whistle on the play.
I didn't see the call.
I have no idea. See what this call is here from Amadal.
Rochester keeper stepped out of bounds on the boundary line. Red ball on the keeper on the boundary.
Out of bounds. It looks like Mosley or Anglem stepped out of bounds as they were moving around the edge. It's going to be Diana Howard's ball.
And that's a big break for Charlotte. They haven't been executing at their best, and now Rochester makes a mistake to give them possession back.
Yeah, mental error right there. Just gives a chance for Charlotte to make something happen. New subs coming in for Charlotte. And as a beater exchange happens, Rochester wins it, so Fordham can put some pressure on. Presley pressured by Mosley. Mosley dodges the beat from Chambers. Nice little sneaky play. Presley just really patient, not even moving forward. Burns looking for a big cut for Presley. First time we've seen them. Presley driving on Papour on the outside. Mosley looking for the hit. Ball loose. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Mosley's ball. Nice play from Mosley to make that hit on Presley.
Yeah, that's a great hit by Mosley. As Gominiak and Ashkar come back into the game.
Yeah, I like this veteran crew to come in, try to separate before the snitch on pitch half. We're about 4 minutes away from that. Ashkar. Over to Gominiak. Back to Ashkar. Control with Rochester. Ashkar looking to drive to the center. Ooh, bar down!
Buckets, he finds the shot.
Ashkar finally finding that drive in the middle, and they just gave him top hoop. He said, I'm taking it. 70-40 the score. Tomlin trying to keep control back for Rochester. Ryan Davis trying to put pressure on Mylon Fordham. Davis gets the beat off and gets control back. There's no bludgers right now for Charlotte. Lee Hodge, though, sees Ashkar, doesn't know what to do. Hodge is playing very slow. Still no bludgers. Presley now. Pressure by Ashkar. Able to get around. Presley looking for the shot. No gun home.
And that's a bad possession from Charlotte. They need to score there with no bludgers. With Ashkar out of position, drawn away from the hoops by a few beats. The Charlotte beaters created an opportunity for their chasers there that the chasers could not convert on.
Yeah, well, we've seen this all week where the Charlotte chasing core has had a tough time sometimes scoring with these no bludger drives. You know, they're not really winning the one-on-one. They're playing their best when they're drawing and dishing. And if for some reason when there's no bludgers, that chaos they're having, it's almost like the pressure gets to them. When there's
especially when Hildreth's out of the game. He's that one player for Charlotte that really can shake off defenders in a no bludger situation.
It's almost like it's almost like when you get that harder situation with this team, they do a little bit better when there's one in there and they can make the passes and they don't have to force and they know that that look isn't right there in front of them. They're a little bit more calm.
That's right. It's really pretty.
Positional interference. Running in the path of a beater. Blue card.
That's going to be a blue card on Solomon
There'll be no turnover on the play.
Interfering with a different position. That Solomon was playing chaser, and they got in the way of a beater. It is not a Quaffle turnover because I guess it's a blue card. I don't know the rules. Maybe if Nick Jablonski comes over, he can find out the rules. We'll get someone on here who knows the rules. All right, Bassam Ashkar, though, has the ball. So Quaffle is still with Rochester, but bludger control was at least turned over to Charlotte.
Mitchell Vargas is back in the game for Rochester.
Hickmott gets beat here. Bonadillo looking to put pressure. Ashkar's just going to take the reset.
Smart from Ashkar.
Ashkar, they're just trying to kill this penalty. That's all they really want to do. Gominiak's going to be back in just a second.
As Davis shades, looks like they were shading over towards Vargas, but Vargas then comes back up to the top.
Davis gets beat. Bonadillo putting pressure on Ashkar. Vargas now. Vargas faking Burns. Vargas over
they
to
got they don't have the reset.
No, they don't. Vargas blocks the beat.
What a
Beautiful
block by Mitchell Vargas.
Now Vargas can go. Vargas driving. Vargas trying to find Papour. Couldn't mind the pass, but Papour does clean it up. Papour now looking to shoot.
That's a great recovery by Kip Papour. Ashkar was coming back into the play, but Papour said, I can do it myself.
The young kids of this Rochester team, Kip Papour, Mitchell Vargas, get it done.
They are stepping up in really big moments here, and it is exciting to see.
Looks like we got a timeout for Charlotte. Going to come back to the booth with me and Jack. At 80-40 the score, or beautiful play there from Rochester at the very end right there, making something happen. And now they're starting to separate in this game, really make it a lot harder for Charlotte when that snitch half comes around.
Yeah, this game has been an absolute treat, and it promises to only get better here with Rochester looking to protect a 4-goal lead as snitch on pitch approaches. Charlotte's had great seeking all weekend, although Kip Papour, the goal scorer just now, has caught a snitch himself. So we're in for a really compelling third game of this series of the week.
Absolutely. I think one of the really interesting factors in this series is just the difference in chaser depth.
Yeah.
And this is one of the things we've seen. Now, you know, the Charlotte team not bringing as deep as a team. They have beater depth that they've been using.
They do.
Consistently. But chaser depth, it's the same set of players who are really making plays. And the question is, you know, this is I think their last game of the day. You know, at what point does that fatigue really set in, and where they stand on this sort of aspect, and where does that actually hit those chasers?
It is. It's their 6th and final game. You haven't seen Hildreth and Hartman and Howard, that line, for a while now. So perhaps they're saving them for Snitch on pitch, but they still need to get through a few more minutes with this lineup with Trey Presley and Lee Hodge here.
I know, definitely. So we're going to see what they do with that. We're going to make sure, see what happens with us, see if Charlotte can rebound from this timeout. We're going to get back to play here. We're about 2.5 away from the Snitch half. And Charlotte not making any subs from that timeout, keeping this, making one sub. It appears to be Chris Hamill coming in, him at beater. Otherwise, Trey Presley with Quaff on the center of the field. Over to Hodge. Hodge looking to drive. There's no bludgers. Hodge driving. Hodge shooting. Hodge finding Burns. Burns hit by Gominiak. Gominiak not letting anything through.
And that's a veteran play from Solly Gominiak. They were all over Burns there.
Burns just unable to catch it cleanly and just took that hit hard. All right, Tommy O'Connor now. Bringing Quaff off the center of the field. A lot of our tech equipment is overheating, so we have these nice little covers for him. It was very cute just to watch one of our producers, Harry Clark, cover one of our cameras with a mask. It was very cute. Liked seeing that. All right, Tommy O'Connor back with that Quaff. He's got bludger control for Rochester with Pat Callanan and Hickmott controlling it. O'Connor taking a big wheel around over to Vargas. Vargas trying to find Stanish, but Stanish was not able to catch the pass. O'Connor's going to chase it down, but it is going to be reset. Hamill gets the beat on Hickmott. Now there's no bludgers. O'Connor sees this and goes, I know what that means. I'm going to drive. O'Connor gets the middle. He drives. He takes a little flip shot and it scores.
Huge from O'Connor.
Tommy O'Connor, he just threw a shot over the middle. It looked like he was just like, if it's not going to go in, and also a pass, that's just beautiful. Oh, now we have a stop. It looks like Hodge slow to get up, one of the leaders of the Charlotte team. Slow to get up, just sort of maybe got the wind knocked out of him there. He appears to be okay, though. They're probably going to need to sub him off. A little shaken up from that play. Scores 90-40. Rochester again separating. Beautiful play from O'Connor.
Yeah, and you saw O'Connor and Ashkar exchange some words after the play. Love to see that relationship between two keepers for the Rochester Whiteout. One a national champion, one a member of an up-and-coming Duke University program.
No, most definitely, and it's been huge for this team to see E. O'Connor thrive. All right, Charlotte looking to rebound. Presley, Whitquap has got control. Chris Hamill, Ryan Davis looking to sub. Chris Hamill beating in front of Presley. Gominiak trying to draw a beat. Gominiak jumps over Presley and kicks the ball away. It's going to force a turnover. Stanish trying to go out and transition and run. Unfortunately, Hamill was able to make that play, and Stanish gets beat out. Unfortunate for Stanish. Thought he had that opportunity.
Would have liked to see Stanish take the shot there. I think the mid-range shot was available, but tried to block the beat.
Just putting that pressure on is this Rochester team. They're playing very high. They're right on top of Charlotte as they cross the zone. They know they have this energy advantage. Hamill trying to get rid of Stanish. Stanish gets beat. Hartman trying to find that little drop shot over the top, and O'Connor's all over it. Too easy for Tommy O'Connor. No. And I guess that is the half. The last possession was for Charlotte. I thought we were going to have one more possession there, but we are not. So we're going to go back to the booth. We're going to come back to the booth. So that is the end of the first half. The score right now is 90-40. Coming into the second half, Rochester in a really dominant position right now.
They are. They're controlling this game, and they look so comfortable doing it for a team that has yet to find a win this weekend. They're full of a core that is used to winning. Members who have won a national championship with the University of Rochester. Members who have gone to a finals, formerly with Rochester United. So this is a team that knows how to win. And they've taken some time to grow into this weekend, but it's just been so fun watching them do that.
And they've been super active and super energy filled. Now Charlotte, they're going to need to find a way to come back. It's going to be key is making that snitch get. They've been clutch with it all day with Presley and Davis. And it's now time for those two to step up again, make something happen, get the snitch catch, bring them back into this game. Because if they get that catch, we've seen the momentum that can cause.
That's right, and let's keep in mind the implications of this game potentially. The top 4 teams in the East Division will qualify for MLQ championships. At the beginning of the season, these are the games that really matter in what's going to be a really competitive East Division.
Yeah, most definitely. And Rochester's in obviously a disadvantaged position. They've already lost 2 games. Charlotte in the advantage position. But if you're Rochester just taking 1 game, it gives you a shot. It gives you an opportunity if they games against Boston or if they can win a series against Washington. It gives them a shot, and it puts this as a much closer opportunity for both the teams back on the field, refs back in the field. Looks like we're about to get ready to get started with it. Looks like we're ready to get started. Oh, God. Just trying to deal with some camera stuff in the booth. We're so apologetic.
Set score is going to be 150.
Set score is 150 in this game. 6 points to get is Rochester at 11 for Charlotte. So Charlotte definitely needs this snitch catch. Starting seekers are Ryan Davis and Cody Kiefer. And Hickman immediately just beating out Davis. Bludger control with Rochester, so Kiefer's getting the first look, and Charlotte is letting them get this look, but they take the right back. Hickman missed a beat, and now it gives them an opportunity. Anglin making the handoff with Mitch Brown. Brown getting wrapped up hard by Hartman and brought down hard by Hartman. Brown gets beat, and Hartman, he's going to get the turnover. Charlotte now looking to get their first look at the snitch. Brady Groh with a great catch there. Quaffle pass over to Hildreth. Hildreth fighting with Kaminiak. Hildreth trying to get past Kaminiak. Hildreth passing over. That's Daly. Daly flips it over the top, but Kaminiak's all over that Quaffle. Over back to the snitch. Ryan Davis trying to get past Niederberger. Davis, nothing home on that one.
Well, that possession was created by a wonderful tackle from Logan Hartman. Just textbook in how he executed it. But again, they were not able to convert against this Rochester defense with Solly Kaminiak just everywhere.
And Mitch Brown looking to drive. He got a no-bludger look. Brown driving into the middle. He gets wrapped up by Hildreth at the very end, trying to stay on his feet. There's going to be a whistle here. Ryan Davis also has the snitch in his hand, so the question is, which whistle was first?
I didn't get a good look.
I didn't see it either. We'll see if that catch is good and see what happens here. Well, Snitch looks like it's going back on the snitch, so I would assume that is a no good catch. It looks like there's going to be a call on Quincy Hildreth. He's throwing his keeper headband to the side. Usually that means that there is some type of penalty, so let's see here what it is.
Charlotte, 8. Contact around the neck. Yellow card, 1 minute. Catch is no good.
I believe it's going to be contact around the neck. It's a yellow card in Quincy Hildreth, so Mitch Brown's going to start with this quaffle right next to the hoops. He's got a lot of passing targets, so he could make something easily happen, which is a quick little pass.
As Mitch Brown will reposition himself in accordance with MLQ rules and ahead of the restart.
Should be easy for Brown. No catch. Brown, yeah, easy finish. Nice little dunk. Like that from Brown.
And Rochester is 5 goals away.
140 is the score. Great beat from LeBeau, but he accidentally threw his bludger away at the same time. We got another whistle. It looked like Charlotte was trying to switch headbands with 2 of their players when Hildreth subbed back in. I don't know what's happening right now, what the call is. So they're going to allow it. I think they're literally just they're not going to allow it, so you got to keep the headbands where they were to start. So Hartman's still the keeper. Hildreth's still a chaser in the moment because you always need to have a keeper on the field. Just a disagreement with the situation. Ooh, nice jump over by LeBeau. He's jumping over that beat from Tomlin. Charlotte with a big amount of bludger control right in front of that snitch. Going to give Ryan Davis a lot of time. Get them back in this game. Tomlin beat out. Kiefer's getting a look. Hassenlop beats out Davis. Kiefer's got an opportunity now. Diana Howard looking to make her first attempt at the drives. Howard going to drive down the edge. Howard, little drop shot over the top. Diana Howard scores. Beautiful play by Diana Howard.
I love the floater. I love the composure on the ball. I love everything about that play.
She was all over that. Davis trying to go over the snitch. Almost had it there, but couldn't make the catch happen. Tomlin not going to make a beat. Here comes Brown on the other side. Brown trying to go through two. Brown wrapped up by Hartman. There's a lot of hands going up in the refs. That's going to be a call, I'm assuming. We're going to stoppage. $150 the score.
Red, 22, illegal contact. Contact from behind. Yellow card.
It's going to be a contact from behind. It's a yellow card on Logan Hartman. It's a 1 minute penalty. He's in the box. Mitch Brown again going to start with it in the easy scoring spot. This time Brown not looking for the highlight dunk, just looking for the easy shot and score. 110-50. There's a snitch catch. It's Ryan Davis making another catch happen. That might change this game altogether.
That would change this game considerably.
Well, Davis started tied up with the snitch. They were like, came out of that stoppage tied up. And Davis just said, okay, I'm going to catch you because of it.
Catch is good.
Catch is good. That is a good catch. 110-85 is the score. I believe the set score is 150. So this is anyone's game now.
This is anyone's game, and what a clutch play from Ryan Davis with one of their teammates in the box to come up with a snitch pull after the second consecutive Rochester goal on a reset to put the Aviators back in this game and give them a chance at a sweep.
So we're trying to get just a correct score. Give us 1 second. It's 110-85. Set score, I believe, is 150. Set score is in fact 150. So
Score
4
is
goals away.
110-85.
4 goals away is Rochester. 7? I think it's
Rochester's at 110.
Yes. But the Charlotte's 7 goals away. Rochester's 4, right?
That is correct.
Yeah. Someone give me somebody who's good at math. All right, looks like we're in this situation. 110-85. Hodge getting Quaff out the left side. Bludger control with Charlotte. Hodge. Tomlin gets beat. There's a no bludgers. Easy chance for Hodge.
Charlotte's got to convert here. Can they?
Smeckrud. Smeckrud hit hard and brought down hard.
And the possession's not over. Ashkar's out of the play.
Spinning, trying to get through. Ashkar all over. Ashkar says no at the hoops twice. There's a loose ball on the ground, so we'll see what ends up happening here.
And what a huge defensive stand from Bassam Ashkar.
Yeah, that was gorgeous.
We've seen great defense around the hoops from Rochester, although now we have another stoppage.
We do have another stoppage. See what this call is. Great defense around the hoop there, though. Ashkar made save after save. One big hit on Smeckrud, then another one on Diana Howard to stop at the hoop. Those are huge, having those plays at hoop. And I love that the Charlotte team using Smeckrud, using Howard, or those two players trying to make something happen, trying to get those goals in.
Yeah, you know, they have to involve them, but they have to find that third pass like Rochester right now. You know, the options are there. And you know, bringing in unmarked chasers can create opportunities.
Ball will go to the nearest chaser on the delay penalty.
So there is a yellow card on Amanda Michaels, number 23 from Rochester. Unsure what the call is for. We'll try to figure out what that penalty is for, but now there's a no bludger looks for Quincy. Hildreth trying to drive through Ashkar, wrapped up, tries to throw it over to Hodge. And again, that great defense from Rochester.
And another defensive stand.
Ashkar said no 3 times. He has been a defensive dynamo at the hoops.
Yeah, I mean, Ashkar, we said pregame that we'd love to get him out, on transition and running. They haven't been able to do that, but it hasn't mattered. He's hit a mid-range shot, and he's played outstanding defense around the hoops, showing his value to this Rochester Whiteout team.
Absolutely. There's a beat there, double beat. Quaffle on the right side. Vargas gets beat. Hildreth is going to look to make something happen. Fordham is able to get a bludger back to the team, and Hildreth is running with the Quaffle. Hildreth down the center, passing over to Hodge. Hodge gets beat right before he scores. Great defensive recovery from Rochester. Rochester just scrambled defensive play after scrambled defensive play, making it happen both times. Huge play.
That's outstanding from Pat Callanan, saving his team on a fast break.
110-85 to score. Callanan with a beautiful save there. He's got a bludger for this Rochester team. Bonadillo clears out Fordham. Quaffle over to Mosley. Mosley back to O'Connor.
Gminiak checks back into the game, is going to receive the Quaffle here.
Gminiak now. Hickma checks back into beat. O'Connor tangled up with Gminiak. Lebove beats out Gminiak. Quaffle over to Mosley. Mosley potentially stepped out of bounds. Nope, it's a bludger up pitch.
As the Rochester Whiteout bench calls for their offense to spread out.
Mosley just backing up, and he's going to take a reset. He crossed the midline potentially.
Don't think he realized that.
No, I don't think he did either. It's unfortunate for them. Presley playing the point. Chambers in the game for Charlotte. Beat in the middle between Callanan and Bonadillo.
Hickman's going to keep
wins.
bludger control for the
Mosley
Whiteout.
down the right side, wrapped up by Presley. Presley loses his broom. Gminiak, though, is going to recover this Quaffle. Gminiak shot. Scores! Solomon Gminiak. That was slick.
What a nifty play from Solly Gminiak. They tapped the Quaffle to themselves where they had more space to gather and shoot. Just a veteran, wily play.
Beautiful play from Gminiak. 120-85 to score. 3 goals away is Rochester. Presley with Quaffle. Hildreth gets beat out immediately by Callanan. Lee Hodge with Quaffle on the deep right. Bonadillo gets beat up by Hickmott. Chambers beats out Hickmott, though. And now Hodge looking for a scoring opportunity. Smekrud catches, wrapped up immediately by O'Connor. Connor brought down immediately. Gminiak picks up. Gminiak's looking to run, but nope, he sees Bonadillo down the field. They see him down the field, and they got to slow down.
And Smekrud's got to have another outlet there. There's got to be someone else presenting themselves as an option for her. Because it's, it's good to get all the members of the team involved.
Absolutely. All right, Palpour, Mitch Brown checking in with Tommy O'Connor. Bonadillo trying to get a look. Brown pressured by Bonadillo. Brown passing over the top to Gminiak. There's Gminiak. There's Gminiak scoring. Brown to Gminiak. Beautiful goal. And there goes Hildreth right back the other way. Hildreth trying to get through this entire Chaser defense. Hildreth slowed down by Gminiak. Hit hard out of bounds. Trying to find Presley. Ball loose on the ground. Hodge trying to pick it up. Hodge slowing it down. Hickmott in front right now. Hodge just going to slow it all the way down, take the reset. Maybe not the reset. Beautiful defense from Rochester. 130-85. 2 goals away is Rochester. Lee Hodge with Quaffle on the left side.
And Rochester's been unfazed by Charlotte catching the snitch. It's almost like they were prepared for that outcome. That
Hodge over to Daly. Goal's no good. Hodge picks up. Hodge wrapped up, finding Hildreth, going up high. Hildreth scores! Right through Papour. Lee Hodge making nice play after nice play, but just a little shaken up on this play. Daly took a shot to the head on that contact, so just going to get a quick sub for Jess Daly. Madison Burns coming in. $130-95. Rochester is 2 goals away. Charlotte is 6. Subs coming in for Rochester. Josh Anglem coming in to keep.
And they are closing in on their first win of the season here. If they can just get 2 more goals.
Just play it smart. They're in the driver's seat to get that win. Brady Groen, Laura Hasselnop in. Hasselnop potentially getting a ball from Chambers. Chambers gets beat out. Groves being able to get control back. Mitch Brown but Hildreth gets the turnover. Hildreth gets right past Hasselnop. Hildreth on the run. Hildreth shot. No good. Hodge, though, picks up the rebound. Hodge finds Hildreth. Hildreth shot again, no good. Trey Presley going to pick up the next rebound. Presley looking to drive. Gets past Anglem. Their shot deflected by Palpour, and Amanda Michaels jumps on it.
That's a great play from Palpour and Michaels, but Hasselnop's got to throw that bludger there at some point. I think Rochester is lucky to come away without conceding.
I think Hildreth could have just kept running. I think his speed would have just gotten past Hasselnop's throwing range, and he would have got an easy goal if he just didn't get scared of that beater.
He's extremely skilled at blocking the bludgers with the quaffle, too. So, yeah, I agree with you.
All right, Rochester again with quaffle. Mitch Brown, center of the left side, center of the field. Over to Anglem, deep left, right near that out-of-bounds line. Anglem back to Brown. Brown pressured by Burns. Hasselnop beats out Burns. Brown faking. Bludger control with Charlotte. Hasselnop beats out Presley. Hamill looking to put pressure. Pass over to Palpour. Palpour shot. Ooh, that was close, but no good.
That's a good shot from Palpour.
And there is going to be a penalty on this play in the beaters. $130-95 is the score. See what this call is.
White 49, illegal contact. Contact initiated from behind. Yellow card, 1 minute. Ball the keeper.
It's going to be a yellow card on Brady Grow, beater for Rochester, or tackle from behind. 130-95. All right, Charlotte has a good chance to score right now. Beater penalties are really big, and you have such an advantage.
Yeah, Charlotte's just struggled to find any kind of momentum in this game. You know, they've had moments. They've had a snitch catch. They've had, you know, that lovely floater from Dinah Howard, but just have not been able to string together a couple goals.
Davis gets the beat on Hasselnop. Presley looking to drive. Presley finding Hartman. Easy goal. There it is. That's what you want to see when you get a beater power play.
Absolutely. If they can find that combination, that's dangerous for Rochester.
130-105. 2 away is Rochester, 5 away is Charlotte. Love how Ryan Davis came in. They just made a beat on the beater sitting at the hoops. Oops, opened up an easy scoring lane. Presley made one move, found Hartman, easy goal. Beautiful.
Gminiak and Ashkar sub back into the game for Rochester.
Close this one.
Yeah.
Tomlin and Fordham in the beat for Rochester, trying to get control back. Fordham beat out. Tomlin clears Burns. Ashkar gets beat by LeBove. LeBove clears everything. Gminiak hustling, though. Gminiak gets beat by LeBove. Now it's Howard, and now there's getting a call on this play as well.
That's a late call, but it did seem like Solly Gminiak was tripped.
Looks like it's going to be a yellow card.
Charlotte, 80, illegal contact, trip.
It's going to be a tripping call.
Yellow card, 1 minute.
80. Joel Howard is yellow card. Gminiak's quaffle.
You may have the ball on the midline if you want.
He has a potential scoring opportunity. All the bludgers are nowhere near him, so we'll see what he does. But probably be patient right now because there's nothing else with him.
Remount.
130-105. Solly just takes the reset.
Back, Ryan, back.
Barry weighing into the game for, I think, the first time today. He's having some back troubles that we've seen, but he does get a lot of bludgers on that ground.
Yeah, this combination of Wang and Davis is potentially dangerous for
Presley's
Rochester.
Going to get a turnover. Solly couldn't handle the pass. Presley driving on Gashkar. Makes a nice stop. Finding Burns. Burns can't get the pass. Pass a little low. and Gominiak's just going to tie them up. We're going to have a dog pile that's going to be 100% be Rochester ball.
Yeah, and Charlotte needs to finish there.
Or it's not. Perry Wang is coming down to clear all the Rochester chasers away.
It was the player was.
They're picking me. After they're beating. The chasers are picking me.
Sit up.
It looks
Everybody on your
like
feet.
it looks like it's a pileup with the ball to the keeper. There is a countdown rule on the pileup with the ball if the keeper is there.
Stand up, please.
So the timeline was down, and it looked like it is just going to be Bassam Ashkar's ball.
You were fine. I was talking to Solid.
Perry Wang, though, is able to get bludger control and keep it for this Charlotte program. 130-105.
In there watching
Ben
everything.
Stonish coming on in.
Rochester's been stuck at 135 for a while now, and Charlotte has Wang and Davis in beating.
That penalty was killed by Aid. Howard is back in. Pass
right.
over the top to Kiefer, way too high.
Yeah, that's not a good offensive possession for the
No, it's
Whiteout.
not.
They have to be better.
Charlotte playing it slow. Presley's got beater advantage with Davis and Perry
Ignoring
Wang
you.
right in front.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out.
Wang clears Tomlin. Presley looking to drive in Gominiak. Presley trying to find Hartman, couldn't.
Keeper.
Ashgar able to clean that up. Just couldn't find Logan Hartman.
Cody.
Trying to find that pass right over
It's
the
a
top of
warning.
Hartman, just
Do
like
not
they've been
ignore
doing.
beats again.
But it just wasn't open.
And Davis
That's
has
what
been
my
really
agents tell
careful
me.
here
I've
not to
spoken to him.
overcommit. You know, this
Yep.
Charlotte beater pair could be really aggressive and potentially could create some big opportunities, but they know that they can only give up 2 more goals in this game. So it's a risk that they're not willing to take right now.
And I think that's the right move. You just really can't be too overly aggressive when if you give up a goal, you're in a bad position. Davis with a great catch there. And Gominiak, though, is going to get a chance. Gominiak flips it, and it's good. Gominiak with a great goal. Oh, they're going to say no beat before. They're going to say it is a goal. It's 140-105. Gominiak saw the beater chaos, saw an opportunity, and took it, and knew they can get a score. Presley, though, now there's no bludgers the other way. Presley's got an easy walk-through. Trying to go through one. Ashgar trying to make the wrap. Takes down Presley hard, loses Broom. Presley stays back on his feet. Presley throwing over the top to Howard. Howard's shot is good.
And finally, we see Charlotte convert there and get a much-needed goal, especially after Gominiak brought Rochester within 1 goal of their first win of the season on the other end.
Absolutely,
would've asked,
140-115. Perry Wang makes the big beat on Stonish. Perry Wang just trying to destroy everything down the field. Ashgar gets beat. Somehow, though, with all this craziness from Perry, Ryan Davis able to keep control.
This is a really great beater combination to watch.
Now, Perry's been all over the place, taking a short shift and just dominating with it. This is the impact that Perry Wang can have. Manna Michaels now. We've seen her really control the ball well. Over to O'Connor. Pressured by Hartman. Back to Michaels. They're 1 goal away. Looking for that first win. Back to O'Connor. Back to Michaels. Over to Van Buren. Van Buren. He scores!
And Van Buren from range.
Caleb Van Buren from downtown scores the game-winning goal. His first goal of the game. 150-115 is the final score. Rochester gets their first win of the year with a beautiful shot from Van Buren and a beautiful game played from this Rochester team. Fantastic performance from Rochester. They're going to come up away with a win. Charlotte is going to win the series the week 2-1. On Rochester getting the last win today. Beautiful series, beautiful game. Rochester really got it done in this last one.
They did, and they've been building towards this success all weekend. You know, getting all their players involved, making them feel comfortable, shooting, passing. I just loved what I've seen from Rochester this weekend to fight back after losses on day one to get a win here today.
Yeah, and this Charlotte team, though, they came to play, picking up 2 wins, playing really competitive in New York. That's just a great series for them and a great weekend for them. They played fantastic. For this expansion team, getting 2 wins is huge. Now, we're going to look for an interview. We're going to try to find Emily Heckmott as our interview candidate on this one. That's my goal right now. I'm going to try to find her. Jack's going to be here for this interview. We're going to sign up for just a quick sec as we get that interview ready. We'll see you in a second.
Hello and welcome back to East River Park. Jack McGovern here with Emily Hickmet from the Rochester Whiteout beater. Emily, congratulations on getting your first win. Tell me how it feels.
It feels so great. This team is like really young, and I feel like we've gotten better every game that we've played, and so
Yeah.
to really get that win is really exciting. Shout out to Caleb Van Buren on that shot. It was gorgeous. I think he won our shooting competition a couple of weeks ago. So
Did he really?
Yeah.
So you've seen it before.
Yeah, shooters gotta shoot.
Yeah. Talk to me about the growth that you've seen, over this weekend and in practices leading up to this weekend.
Yeah, so I think we're all very new to each other. Like, this is a very young Rochester team, and it pulls from a lot of different schools, like University of Rochester, RIT, Syracuse, RPI, Duke, all of the
Yeah.
Like, there's so many different people, so just getting familiar is something that, like, with COVID restrictions, we haven't really had the amount of time
Yeah.
that you typically would to, like, get ready. And so I think just seeing the growth as people have gotten more familiar with where people are going to be is really exciting.
Yeah, it's been wonderful to watch on the pitch here. Your last game is against the New York Titans here.
Yeah.
Up next, how can you carry the momentum from your win over Charlotte into this series?
So I think we are definitely going to be hyped. I really do wish I could be over talking to my team about it, but it's fine. I think the thing that has been really great is we've been running 3 lines deep. So, like, I am much less sore than I would expect for playing, like, 4 games of Quidditch yesterday. And I think that's just a testament to how deep the team is and how much trust, like, Solly and Alyssa have in the team. They're really letting everyone kind of get the opportunity to play, which is awesome.
Absolutely. Something that, we've recognized here in the booth all weekend. All right, Emily Hickmet, we'll let you get back to your team, and good
you.
luck.
Ready to do this, Jack the Philly fan? Tell us when we're live. We are? Okay. And welcome back. Thanks, Jake. Welcome back. My name's Harry Greenhouse. This is Jack McGovern. We're here for our, I believe, our last game of the day between the Rochester Whiteout and the New York Titans. Last game of the MLQ East SuperSeries. I'm really excited for this one. New York 2-0 in this series. They're 5-0 on the day. They win this one. They get a clean sweep of the weekend, 6-0. Oh, this Rochester team, though, coming up their first win in the series of the week, getting their first win against Charlotte. You think this Rochester team can bring forth this momentum they have?
Yeah, it's been a wonderful weekend, and Rochester has been building towards this game, throughout both days. Yesterday, they held New York close in both of their games. The second game was 110-75, New York in the end. The first game was 150-85. So Rochester made New York a little bit uncomfortable. Coming off that win over Charlotte, they're going to challenge New York again today.
Yeah, I think they definitely have the opportunity. That last game was 70-75 for a little bit of it until New York finally broke away. So, if you're New York, you can't second guess this team. You can't play this one sort of soft. You had to come out hard. You had to make a statement, end this series right. For New York, finish at 6-0 in the right way. But if you're Rochester, again, move that momentum, use that entire lineup they've been doing. Hopefully that fatigue doesn't set in for this Rochester team trying to play 2 in a row. But it's a big one. It's a big opportunity for Rochester to make a statement, really put themselves back in a position to make championships. And for New York, saying we're going to be one of the best teams in this league.
Yeah, and that was something Emily Hickman mentioned in our post-game interview. She mentioned that they've been using their depth and that she's feeling good heading into the last game, which is not something you can always say at a Quidditch tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll see what this New York team does, see if they go more into their depth. Or they just run this normal line that we've been seeing from them. So we're going to see what's going to happen. We're going to flip that camera around. We're going to head back onto that field. Let's get ready to do this thing. It's going to have fun one. Rochester versus New York. Final game, the MLQ East SuperSeries. Now, we are getting the starting lineups on the field. Looks like New York's starting lineup. We got Lexi Rafa, Peter Lawrence, Michael Lee at chaser, John Jackson again at keeper. New beaters, though, that is Frank Minson and someone wearing a different number.
I think that's Isaac Cerna-Diaz.
Is this Isaac Cerna-Diaz? We'll try to check on it, but we believe that's Isaac Cerna-Diaz.
Okay,
not wearing the number that we have listed. So we'll figure that out in a
New
second.
York, are you
For
ready?
Rochester starting the game at beater, again, Cody
Rochester,
Keeper,
are you
Dominic
ready?
Chasers, Jack Mosley, Caleb Van Buren,
Rose
Amanda Michaels,
down.
and keeper Bass Mashkar. Head ref, Ricky Nelson.
Ready?
And there's the brooms up. Race to the ball is going to be won by Mike Lee. Gets it back to John Jackson. Bludgeon control also with New York right now.
Yeah, and this is a different look from the New York Titans. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with it.
Most certainly. Cerna-Diaz is going to immediately lose his bludgeon to Kaminiak. Vincent, though, loses his as well. There's no bludgeons for New York, and Keeper's going to put some pressure on. Keeper beats out Peter Lawrence. Now Bassam Ashkar's got a no bludger look. He's got Jack Mosley running with him. Ashkar goes for the big dunk and scores it. Rochester scores first. They're up 10-0.
And this is potentially a game changer if Rochester can get out on the fast break. This has got to be a wake-up call for the New York Titans.
Yeah, they came out. They did not run that top beating pair, and it kind of made them pay for it. Cerna-Diaz and Frank Vincent just giving up the turnover pretty easy, and now they're in a tougher spot. All right, under control with Rochester right now. Quaffle with John Jackson of New York, moving down the right side. Cerna-Diaz clearing out Mosley. Makes a beat on Grow, and that's a bludger turnover. Quaffle moves to Mike Lee behind. Mike Lee passing over the top. That's tipped by Michaels. Jackson gets it. Jackson scores. No good. They're saying it's no good on the goal. That looked like it went in. I was wrong. They're going to say no good. The score is 10-0. It did not go in. And Rochester able to get the defense. Jackson not able to finding the goal.
That's a big call early in the game. The difference between a 10-0 and a 10-10 scoreline is potentially big psychologically with Rochester now coming up the hoop and looking to add to their lead.
Absolutely. All right, Rochester now. Quaffle moving forward with Solomon Gminiak. Got Laura Hasselump in front with Brady Grow. Hasselump gets beat. Gminiak looks to drive. Gminiak gets beat as he throws. Goes off the hoop. O'Connor trying to field it, but can't. John Jackson's going to field it behind the hoops. It's turnover for New York. All right, this Minson and Cerna-Diaz line, though, looking really sharp to start.
Yeah, New York is sticking with them, and their faith is being rewarded.
Yeah, they were able to turn it around and stop the bleeding really quickly. And Rachel Ayala over, that star coming into the game. David Fox checking in for the first time. Brady Groh trying to make a beat. Ayala Silver blocks Ox Groh's beat. Now Jackson with a driving chance, gets past Mosley. Jackson getting past another, finding Lee behind. Lee's shot, it's good. 10-10 the score. John Jackson just finding Mike Lee for an easy shot and an easy score, 10-10.
And you love to see the Titans getting into the rhythm with hitting their mid-range shots there. If they can get Mike Lee, Taylor Crawford, some of those players on with those shots, they become a much tougher team to defend.
Oh, 100%, and that's going to be huge for them. Love that John Jackson aggressiveness as well.
Yeah.
All right, Tommy O'Connor bringing Quaffle up the side of the field. Pass over to Kip Paupour. Paupour looking to drive. Paupour faking, nothing home though, has to hold. Bludgers with New York. Tommy O'Connor. O'Connor looking to drive. Minson can't handle it. Paupour gets the pass. Paupour fakes, trying to get past Jackson. Jackson just swarms him. Paupour, though, going to get beat. Rachel Ayala over on the beat. Jackson looking to run. Jackson immediately taking off into the open field. Here he comes, trying to get past Kaminiak. Kaminiak wraps up Jackson. David Fox now with the quaffle. Fox wrapped up by Bostonish and O'Connor. Fox breaks the tackle, finishes over Paupour!
What a dunk! Love
David
to see it.
Fox!
How strong, too strong is
Absolutely.
the chant from the Titans bench.
Fox just posterizing Paupour with a beautiful dunk. And right now the bludger control is all the way on New York. Minson and Ayala Silver have just been an iron wall and they're not able to get through. Subs for Rochester. Josh Anglem coming into the game. Michaels giving over to Mitchell Vargas. Nope, it's a fake. Still with Michaels. Michaels going to take this edge. Michaels passing over the top. That's Stonish. Stonish trying to break the tackle. Shot.
Yes!
No good.
Hey, that's a great play.
And interesting that Parada didn't make a play to try to pick that out of the air. I thought he had the chance.
It just, I guess, didn't see it. Wasn't able to find it, but he was able to make the wrap to get the tackle, make the play on it. All right, Yada crossing the field. Yada on the center. Pass Vargas. Gets the screen from Lee. Yada keep going around the outside. Back to Mike Lee. Lee over the top to David Fox. Can't handle the pass. Jason Roseberg in to beat now. Fox. Rosenberg beats out Stonish. Fox over to Yada. Hickmott gets beat from behind. Long pass to Lee. Lee's got a clean look. Lee looking to drive. Lee just breaks Josh Anglem's ankles. Trying to go over the top. Finds Lexi Rafa. Lexi Rafa scores! No, she doesn't. She missed over the top. Still New York ball. She missed that shot.
There might have been a beat, too.
It was beat before. Looked like goal. Looked like Pat Callan got the beat off. No goal. 20-10. Pass over to Mike Lee. Mike Lee loses the ball. The tackle from Anglem. It's going to be a turnover. Rochester ball. Beautiful play from Josh Anglem to make that turnover.
Yeah, Mike Lee is a player who's comfortable with a lot of physicality. So for Anglem to strip the ball there is big.
New York had a lot of scoring opportunities, just couldn't finish a lot of those plays. Subs, a big sub coming in for Rochester. Big sub package. Salman Kaminiak in. Bass Mashkar. Josh Tomlin a beater with Madam Fordham. Caleb Van Buren, hitting the game-winning shot in the last game, also in.
There we go, Josh. Let's go, Madeline.
Bludger control still with New York. Ashgar covered by Fox over to Kaminiak. Fordham gets beat. Tomlin beats out Lee. Rosenberg beats out Tomlin. Kaminiak takes the long shots, no good, way over the hoops. Going to be a turnover. It's going to be New York ball.
And Rosenberg and Ayala Silver are dominating right now. They look so comfortable in their defensive half.
This Rochester beating core right now is having a very hard time getting through Ayala Silver. She just does everything right. Her positioning is so sound. She's just making every play. Subs coming in for New York. First time we're seeing Ellie Lisick in with Taylor Crawford and David Fox now. Same beating core still out there. Rosenberg moving quick. It's going to beat out Kaminiak. Yada. Looking for Crawford. Crawford can't field it. Crawford's beat immediately. It's like Crawford wasn't looking for the pass, wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, the Titans have to execute better there. Fox was open at the top.
Brendan Jacobs now entering the game for Rochester.
Help him out. Brendan.
Rochester just playing slow. Rosenberg hits the beat on Tomlin. He's playing really aggressive, looking good. Beats out Ashgar as well. Finds Kaminiak, though. They're going to take the reset. Although I don't know if they crossed.
Jason Rosenberg is causing all kinds of havoc right now, and Solly Kaminiak has got to watch out.
Rosenberg flying around the field there. But Rochester did a good job being patient, not giving up that turnover. Rosenberg wins the trade. Pass behind from Ashgar to Van Buren. Van Buren trying to pass over the top. It's Crawford, though, going to intercept. No bludgers down to the other side for New York. Crawford on the move.
New York has to score here.
Crawford trying to make Kaminiak. Nice little move there.
It's a tough
Crawford
matchup.
Still looking for something. Wrapped up by Kaminiak, trying to make him play. Again, just goes through, pushes down on Kaminiak, trying to pass over the top. That ball deflected into the goal by Brendan Jacobs. Another own goal for this Rochester team, unfortunately.
Tough luck.
30-10. Crawford just ended up in a one-on-one match with Kaminiak and eventually just threw a ball over the top, got deflected in. It's like we're at Euros 2021.
It is. There's that's a tournament of own goals, and we have a tournament of own goals here today in our Super Series.
All right, Ashgar taking the ball across center field. Looking to make a move past Fox. Spins out of that tackle. Ashgar still driving. His shot. It's good. Beautiful play from Ashgar. 30-20 the score. Tomlin trying to get bludger control back for his team. But Rosenberg is not allowing it, which is a lot of hustle. Rosenberg just a great shift. Him and Ayala Silver have just been everywhere, just controlled everything. Here comes Hagag, just flying down the field. Tomlin tried to sub quickly, and Mo Hagag just looked for the drive. He tries to flip past Ellie Lisek, but she's not going to be able to make the play. Hagag, no look pass, didn't find home. Brady Groh trying to make this pass on the edge, on this beat on the edge, but it can't hit Rosenberg. Quick whistle from Nelson.
Not sure what the stoppage is here.
Unsure as well. Game time at 9:21. Very specific, Jake. Jake Zaslav at our booth is one of our producer for the show. Big thank you to Jake. Still trying to figure out what that call is. Looks like it's absolutely nothing.
I think
No
we
idea.
just saw Fiona Weishart sub into the game for Rachel Ayala Silver.
Might have been an. All right, still Rochester's ball. Weishart in the game for the first time. Rosenberg faking. O'Connor still yet to cross midfield. New York is not trying to let Rochester cross. Looks like they finally do. Keeper gets tagged, just gives the ball up immediately to Ellie Lisek. Lisek just dodging a bunch of people, finds Hagag. Hagag now looking to drive. There's no bludgers back. Hagag's running. Gets past O'Connor, easily past Mosley, and he scores pretty easily.
And Rochester's beaters have got to find a way into this game. They're just giving up way too many opportunities on the fast break. It's been too easy for the Titans.
New York's playing a lot more aggressive, too. We are going to get a timeout here, it looks like. Looks like we're going to get a timeout here for Rochester. They're going to take when the score is 40-20. We're going to come back to us in the booth right now. Now, this game's been interesting. New York's playing a much more aggressive defensive style. They're playing much higher on the field. They're barely letting Rochester cross half pitch. They're looking like they're trying to dominate this game and make it and change the pace of play.
They are, and it's all started with the beaters from New York, who have been underestimated heading into the season. But you've seen at the beginning the pairing of Frank Minson and Isaac Cernadidas take control of the game, and then just continued and accelerated by Jason Rosenberg and Rachel Ayala Silver there in the second shift.
Yeah, I mean, Ayala Silver, I can't give enough compliments and words for that one because she was just everywhere on the field, basically allowing Rosenberg to play that aggressive. And those two together were just so dominant that this New York team could just run wild all over Rochester. But Rochester's playing some smart defense. They're making this New York team make some mistakes, so New York has not already run away with it. This Rochester team, they've already played a game in the sun. They're playing their second in a row. They're going to have to try to slow this game down, trying to make sure that they can stay close with New York.
They are, and the effort's all there. I mean, there have been a couple just outstanding tackles from Solly Gminiak, other players on the team, so Rochester's defense will not yield easily.
No, they won't. Looks like we're getting back out onto the field. Healed right now. Quick timeout there. Here. Doesn't look like we have any major subs. There's the whistle. Again, New York just very high and aggressive. We're seeing Taylor Crawford meet Cody Kiefer already at half pitch. They're just playing a very high man defense, mark defense here. O'Connor crossing the midline, heading down the left side with Brady Grow in front. You got Jack Mosley right out there. This time pressured more in. Grow right out in front of him. Mosley over to Michaels. Michaels taking a deep shot over the top, but no one's home. That shot went way high.
And Rochester just has not figured out this New York Chaser defense right now. Even their passing, which has been such a strength for their team all weekend, has been completely disrupted by this tight man defense, tight and high man defense from the New York Titans.
Yeah, I mean, when you're feeling that comfortable and you can play defense that high, it just kind of changes the game.
Oh, really? It does.
Hagag looking to drive. Mosley all over Hagag, just swallowed him up. Throws back out to Crawford. Crawford trying to draw the penalty. Couldn't get it. There is going to be a penalty here. They might call Kiefer for defenseless receiver. We're going to see what this call is.
Yellow card, white 21, pushing a helpless receiver. 1 minute in the box.
I don't know if I known that one, but it's not a straight red card for Kiefer. Pushing a helpless receiver apparently is a yellow card, so it's not going to be a straight red card. A little lenient is Nelson on that call, but Crawford now with Quaffle center of the field, looking to drive. Crawford trying to get through people. He's going to drive. He's going to score. Taylor Crawford getting the goal. Score is 50-20.
That's great strength there from Taylor Crawford to shove off the Rochester defender with a stiff arm and find the open shot.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play. All right, 50-20 to score. Kaminiak getting a beat on Weishart. Dodges another beat. Oh, they were beat there. Mitch Vargas now with Quaffle. Center of the field. Vargas with a long pass over the top to Palpour. Palpour can't field it cleanly. Palpour pressured on the goal line by Peter Lawrence. Lawrence is going to get Quaffle here, though.
And Rochester's younger chasers just don't know exactly how to respond to this high press.
There's no bludgers again. There goes Hagag flying down the field. Hagag can't, though, keep it going. Vinny Iannucci, nice little kick, finds Lawrence, but Lawrence eventually gets beat. Hagag trying to do too much, took on too many defenders. Great gang tackle from that Rochester defense.
What a fun idea from Vinny Iannucci there to try to find, Peter Lawrence on the receiving end of that kick.
All right, Rochester going to be able to keep possession as Mo Hagag tried to put a lot of pressure there. Josh Anglem crossing half. Fiona Weishart looking for a beat. Kaminiak then gets beat. Junior keeping control. Here comes Vargas. Gets past Lawrence. Pass over to Hickma. Can't catch it clean. Can't finish it cleanly on the alley-oop. New York ball. I like that play. It's Mitchell Vargas again.
I do too, and I really like Rochester bringing in Emily Hickman in the chaser game. They need some experience here right now, and Emily Hickman is that player who knows how to break down these high defenses.
Absolutely, and that's going to be really important for them to find that play. In the Kane beating is Phil Kane. Mike Lee looking for something. Hickmott gets beat. Control with New York. Lee over to Vinny Iannucci behind the hoops. Iannucci. Back out to Lee. Lee. Just probing, being patient. Fake with Hagag. Lee now. Pass over to Iannucci. Gets it through. Iannucci shot. No good. Palpour rolled over that one, though. Like that play from Lee. Mike Lee trying to find Iannucci. Iannucci had the opportunity, just couldn't finish it.
Yeah, it's solid offense from the Titans. And they'll be happy with that possession, I think.
50-20 to score. Vargas with Quaffles, right center of the field. Control still with New York. Phil Kane gets beat. Vargas looking for a pass to Hickmott. Hickmott behind the hoops. Hickmott completely beat out, but we do have a hand up from a ref. About 14 minutes in the game. Must be a beater call. I didn't see anything, but we'll see what this call is here. Again, Rochester finding ways to stay close in this game, not letting New York separate, not letting New York get in transition.
Yeah. I mean, they've grown into the game. They're starting to figure out some of these high press tactics from New York.
Yeah, it's really important. All right, see what the call is from Nelson. There is a lot of debate with veteran CJ Jr. about this call. It's going to be a hit from behind by Mohagog. It's a yellow card on Hagog. He's going to go serve a minute penalty in the box. Quaffle back to Rochester. And it is a bludger turnover as well, apparently, based off of a certain call. So Rochester with bludger control now for the first time in a long time.
Right. Yeah, and a new beater combo from Rochester, too. We haven't seen a lot of Pat Callahan and Matty Fordham together.
No, we haven't. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this one. Hickmott with the quaffle. Hands it over to Vargas. Vargas passing over to Paupour. Paupour dodges the beat. Paupour dunks over Iannucci and gets the goal. Does he? He does not get the goal. No good is the shot. Beat before is the call. 50-20 is the score. Paupour was beat just before. John Jackson back into the game. Game changer early on for them. Jackson bringing Quaff up the field. He's got Peter Lawrence on his left.
As New York tries to score shorthanded here, or at least kill some clock.
Bill Kane looking for the beat. Misses Callahan. Jackson just immediately retreating. And Callahan's trying to get this beat off on Jackson. Peter Lawrence, though, going to get back. They're going to play some good possession. Stonish knocked the ball out of Lawrence. I like that from Stonish. Stonish now over to Hickmott. Hickmott can't fit it cleanly, and there's a call. There's going to be a call immediately on that play on Mike Lee.
Come on, Mike! Mike is going for the box.
And Yada didn't like the call, but it is immediate on Mike Lee. And Mike Lee, he didn't even argue. He went straight to the box. He knew it too.
Nope. And he will join his teammate Mohagog in the box as New York
is be a yellow
two
card.
Chasers down right now.
Absolutely. Yellow card on Mike Lee, hit from behind.
Okay.
Emily Hickmott now with Quaffle, center of the field.
Resume my whistle.
There are no bludgers for Hickmott to go with. She's looking to make a play. Finds Stonish. Stonish scores. There's their goal. 50-30. Rochester back in this game.
That's good execution from Rochester. They needed to score there.
Both Mohagog and Mike Lee both checked back in. For the first time this game, we're seeing Lindsay Morella, the superstar of this New York Titans team, make her first appearance.
Yeah, this is highly unusual for Lindsay Morella to come into the game so late. The Titans have been missing her ball handling, I think.
Yeah, and her ball handling is so good. What she's able to do is incredible. David Fox in as well. Kip Paupour looking to just cover him. Morella now trying to drive on Ashgard. Finding Fox. Fox covered by Paupour. Wrapped up by Paupour's Fox. Fox over the top to Jackson. Jackson covered by Stonish. There's no bludger. Oh, but one bludger in the play as Callahan's got it. Bludger control back to New York. John Jackson on the right side. Michaels gets beat. Junior's clear. Jackson looking to drive. Gets Ashgar in the air. Drives past another one. Easy goal. John Jackson just so slick. 60-30.
So composed on the ball. He knows exactly what he's doing there with the drive.
Yeah, he's had a better day today. He looks a lot more confident. His drives look better. He looks like he's a little bit more active today.
He has. Yeah. He's really controlling the offense for the Titans.
And I really like that from him. Him being that type of scoring threat is really important. All right, 60-30 the score. Just about 17 minutes into this game. Bassam Ashgar bringing Quaff up the left side of the field. Covered by David Fox. Got Josh Tomlin right in front at beater with Laura Hasselman. Ashgar's pass deep to Kiefer. Kiefer with Poguada on a Kiefer shot. Intercepted by Jackson. We got quick subs here for New York. Back in, Rachel Ayala-Silva and Jason Roseberg, that pair that was dominant earlier.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch what they can do with a player like Lindsay Morella on the field and with John Jackson feeling as good as he's feeling right now.
Absolutely. Fox gets beat, but gets Quaffle over Jackson. Eric Paguada with Quaffle. No one in front of Paguada is looking to drive. Gets past Michaels. Paguada faking. Paguada shooting. Paguada scoring. Beautiful play from Eric Paguada, his first minutes of the weekend, and he makes it happen, 70-30.
I think Paguada got into a game yesterday, but I believe that's his first goal.
All right, Rochester down 70-30 right now. Bassam Ashgar slow to bring the waffle up the field. Ashgar defended by Fox. Screen from Van Buren. Ayala Silver.
What a
comes to her
dodge.
feet. Ashgar throwing a ball over the top. There's no one home in the receiving end of that pass.
Ashkar felt the pressure from Ayala Silver there after the dodge.
Yeah,
Knew he had to get rid of it.
Yeah, a lot of panic there. Ayala Silver's made a lot of those jump plays. She's
Oh, yeah.
jumping over it, and she's on fire today.
Yeah.
Ashgar is taking in injury subs coming out of the game really quickly. Almost 19 minutes.
The Titans will want to tack on a couple goals here quite quickly if they can.
Just to get a couple more will be huge. Under control still with New York. Rosenberg looking for that opening. Yada into the game. Yada finding Fox. Fox in the middle. Fox faking one way, loses the ball, then gets beat. Great play from O'Connor. Kaminiak looking to press Price. He's going to slow it down. 2 bludgers back. Tomlin beats out Paguada. Jacobs with Quaff on the left side. A pass over to O'Connor. Rosenberg beats out Tomlin. Ayala Silver tried to beat out Connor but couldn't get it. Jacobs just swats the ball away. He gives it right to Yada. There's no bludgers. Here goes Yada. Yada sees Fox. Fox knows what he's got. He's going over the top. And he missed. He got stuffed.
Stuffed at the hoops.
Jacobs and O'Connor stuffed Fox. I thought he had that easy.
You saw 2 rare occurrences there. 1, the New York Titans losing bludger control, and 2, David Fox missing a dunk.
70-30. A surprising miss there. 70-30 the score. Bludger control now with Rochester. They're able to get bludger control out of that play. O'Connor. Mosley overlapping. O'Connor. Very patient. It's the last possession of the half. Jacobs now. Trying to drive, trying to get past Rosenberg. Back up to Mosley. Van Buren subbing in. Mosley over to O'Connor. O'Connor trying to take the edge to get past Paguada. O'Connor over to Van Buren. Van Buren over to Mosley. Mosley over to Kaminiak. Kaminiak, oh, he misses the shot. Every Quaffle player touched it. It looked so pretty, just couldn't get the finish.
And did you see the play that Van Buren made to kick the ball up to himself before passing?
Just a beautiful athletic play. Hey, just couldn't find the finish. That was a really nice play from Rochester today.
It was.
Now, we're getting ready for the second half of the game, the Snitch half of this game. Current score is 70 New York, 30 Rochester. The set score of this game is going to be 130. So this game, New York definitely out to an advantage. But again, we're going to be talking about, it's all about that Snitch right now. Oh, where that Snitch goes is going to be a big tester. If New York catches, they're just in a situation where they can break away. If Rochester catches, they're right back in this game.
It is, and we've seen this matchup before. Kit Palpour outdueled his New York or Northeast region rival, Kellen Cupid, in round 1, I believe. And Rochester is going to need those points. They've struggled to figure out the New York Titans defense consistently in this game, only managing 3 goals so far. So they're going to need all 35 of those points.
Yeah, that's going to be huge. If they can get that, though, it brings them right back in this game. It's a massive swing for this team, so they need those type of plays from this. They need this Rochester team need those type of plays. New York, on the other hand, almost need to use this time just to blow the gasket open, blow it all out. Just try to get in transition. They've been so good in transition today. when they're getting the turnovers and getting the transition plays, they're scoring.
Yeah,
If I'm New York, that's what I'm looking for.
although remember, they do not have J.C. Arancibia on the roster for this series against the Rochester Whiteout, who is one of their main weapons in transition. Not to say that they don't have many others in David Fox, Mo Hagag, Lindsey Morella.
Absolutely.
They have a number of options.
So it'll be interesting to see what we have. We're going to get ready for the second half. Teams are back out on the field. 70-30 the score. Set score is 130. Our Seekers getting in the box. Our Seekers are looking to be Kellen Cupid for the New York Titans and Cody Keeper, the old vet for the Whiteout. Snitch is Justin Barnard. Looks like we're about to get ready to start this half. And there is the start of the half. Bludger Control is with Rochester, Quapo with New York. Just a possession game of Quaffle. New York's beaters are nowhere ready to end this play. Cupid's looking for him. He's confused. So Cupid's got a very easy open look. New York was trying to make a sub. They did it very slowly, so Cupid gets a long, long look at Barnard. Jackson with Quaffle. Oh, Kelly Cupid snuck up and caught the Snitch. Jackson driving, fighting Lawrence.
Oh.
Kelly Cupid, that signature salsa dance, did have to make a move, just snuck up right behind Barnard. The beaters completely lost him. If there's no beat on this, that catch is good. And it is. That's brutal for Rochester.
You love to see that from Kellen Cupid, making quick work of the Snitch.
Just a sneak catch. Snitch never saw Cupid. The Rochester beaters had position. They just completely lost Cupid. That's going to make this game 105-30. It's a 3-goal away for New York. 130 is the set score. Peter Lawrence with Quaffle finding John Jackson. John Jackson driving, finishing. 115-30 now.
And Rochester is down to 2 goals.
Yeah, only 2 goals away from New York. That's a huge momentum killer for your Rochester.
Oh,
You have control. You had everything you wanted. You just lost sight of the Seeker, and he just sneaks up behind.
Yeah, it's tough for them, for sure.
We'll see if they can respond here. Jack Mosley with Quaffle. Mosley down on the right side of the field. Minson tries to make a beat on Groh. Can't. Bludger Control switches. Mosley beat out by Hagag. Ball loose in the ground. Hagag trying to make a crazy kick beat, but Mike Lee's going to come up with Quaffle. Goes back over to John Jackson. Really good aggressive beating there. They never had control really to do anything, but they were still able to force the turnover.
Yeah, and Rochester needed to spread out more. It was too easy for Hagag to beat out multiple of their chasers.
Very much so. All right, John Jackson on this right side. Hagag trying to make a play. Minson beats out Hickmott. Oh, nice beat by Groh. There's a whistle, though.
I think this is going to be on Emily Hickmott for possessing 2 bludgers at the same time as she's protesting the call, it sounds like.
Still, pretty decently long ref meeting about this one. Again, New York is 2 goals away. Set score is 130 to reach. 115-30 is the score. Long stoppage here. Still in this meeting, still talking about it. Now, right now, if you're Rochester, what are you trying to do to make sure this game does, to make sure you can claw all back?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. They've thrown a number of different looks at New York. The most effective, I think, have been from some of their more veteran players who have been able to get in behind the New York high press defense. But you also want players who are unafraid of physicality, like Mitchell Vargas, Mitch Brown potentially. You need some options here for Rochester. Multiple ways to score the ball.
Yes, you do. So it is going to be a bludger turnover for New York. It's a blue card on Emily Hickmott. I think you were right. It was possessing 2 bludgers at the same time. It's going to give New York a beater advantage. Brady Groh does still have a bludger for Rochester. John Jackson with Quaffle and bludger control pretty much going to get automatically coming back to this New York team. Now Jackson playing it slow. He's got Hagag and Minson. Minson dodges the beat. He's going to get a no-bludger look for Jackson. Astonishment's beat. Jackson gets some people up in the air. Jackson all the way wheeling around and scoring. John Jackson's 125-30 puts New York 1 goal away. Got a motorcycle flying past the road. Right past the field
FDR
there. Right.
drive.
Rochester trying to make sure this is not their last offense of the weekend. Anglem bringing the quaffle down the left side. Mike Lee tries to intercept the handoff. Dodge beat from Anglem on Minson. Tomlin.
He's got to watch out for Minson.
Double beat there at the top. Hagag putting pressure on Anglem. There's the beat. Mike Lee's got open field. Here comes Lee. Past Vargas. Finish. Game. Mike Lee. New York wins.
Love the finger roll from Mike Lee. Finishing in style.
And a beautiful finish to this game. Final score 135-30 is the final score. New York Titans win. The New York Titans going 6-0 on the weekend. And a beautiful start from them. An absolutely defensive powerhouse showing from them. You couldn't score on them all weekend.
No, and it's a great start to the season for the Titans, really announcing themselves to the rest of the league, the rest of the division, that they are going to be a tough team to deal with this year, as with previous years, but perhaps more so. They look dangerous. They're big, they're long, they're experienced, and they're going to be tough to play.
They're going to be very tough to play. And we talked about that quaffle depth for them was really deadly. And it came to show where they can go so deep in that quaffle line, just constant different quaffle players to make really strong defense at the minimum. And if they get that offense producing, they're going to be a dangerous team. Now we're going to check out right now. We're going to try to get one last final interview this evening, not evening, afternoon, with, of course, Jack right here. But my name is Harry Greenhouse. I'm signing off for the day. We're going to get one last interview. Thank you for everyone for joining us for the MLQ Super Series. New York Titans going 6-0 on the weekend. Charlotte picking up 2 wins of their own. Rochester 1 on a beautiful weekend. We're going to catch you back in just a minute for an interview. We'll see you in a little bit.
and Jack McGovern here at East River Park with Kellen Cupid, seeker for the victorious New York Titans. Kellen, take me through that snitch catch. You kind of snuck up behind him, didn't you?
Yeah, I feel like I got a little bit lucky there. My beaters were just getting to the play, and there was a little bit of a scuffle going on, so I got to take advantage of the confusion. But just glad we got the win, you know.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Reflections on this weekend. The Titans go 6-0. It's a good start to their East Division schedule.
Yeah, I mean, it's we all know coming into this year that this division was going to be super hard, so we didn't want to take anyone for granted, right? And I think the whole team is just really happy that we were able to, take all 6 games and just keep moving forward. There's things we got to go back and work on still, but overall we're just really happy with